Good morning. Time zone. Whatever. I forgot my coffee somewhere. Oh God. Pretend none of this happened. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. Good morning. None of that happened. What is time? I don't know. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, I just don't even know when it's what. I don't know. I don't know. Someone once told me a long time ago that time has always existed. It just needed someone to perceive of it. And that has fucked me up for the rest of my life. So I have no idea. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I know I got so prepared. Like, I cleaned my bong, I cleaned my desk off, left the look what I did to my. I'm so upset about this. This is my cup from the Ren Fair in Maryland. I don't know how that happened, but I'm upset about it. Good morning, my love Lizzie. How are you? How is everyone doing? I hope you've had a wonderful night. I quite literally went to bed immediately after stream yesterday. I was so tired. Like, it was wild. I just turned stream off and stared at my computer for a minute and I was like, nope, turned the whole thing off and went to bed. I was just like wiped. Getting your sleeping schedule back on track is a hellscape. I strongly advise none of you fuck yours up on accident. Good morning, Kills. How are you, love? Oh, what'd you try to bake? Baking's hard. Good morning, Nick. How are you, love? Good morning, Katie. It's been so long. I'm shook that you're alive at this time because it's only 1:18 a.m. here in Sydney. Oh my God. I know. What's wrong with me? I mean, honestly, though, let's be real. Do you sleep, Lucy? Because questionable facts. Crispy with that resub.
Hail the Dank Lord, motherfuckers.
And thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus its wings. Go forth and be your consensual, crispy self, and I love you. Thank you. Time is a fluid construct. It's something I utter on a constant basis. Thanks to 25 months of the classiest place on earth.
Fuck yes. Fuck yeah.
I thought you were going to say 25 months of life or like of time, and I was like, that's all you've had? What, though? I feel like I look really white today. Is my lighting fucked up? It's not. It's not. We're going to go with it's not. It can't be. I didn't change anything. Raspberry and white chocolate brownies. White chocolate's a very interesting cooking ingredient, Lizzie. I wouldn't get too hard on yourself. Sorry, there's dogs all around me. I wouldn't get too down on yourself. White chocolate isn't actually chocolate. It doesn't have any cocoa in it. It's wax. It's basically wax and sugar. And so it cooks strangely. Like, it can actually like harden when you cook it and stuff. I've had a really hard time with white chocolate. I'm not a big fan of white chocolate, so I just kind of avoid it altogether. But when I've had to cook with it, it's different. It's different. I do. Oh, really? Oh my God, you got hit with the big C? No way. How are you feeling? Dude, so many people have gotten it. All my vac I'm like, I don't know how I haven't gotten it yet, honestly. Like, knock on wood, not even COVID wants me. We're all 69, it's true. I look really white every day, do I? Okay. I mean, if it's normal, we'll just roll with it. Fuck it. I never know. Like, OBS does not show me what is translated onto Twitch, if that makes sense. So, like, what I see on OBS is always a little bit shittier than what is actually coming through on stream. So I appreciate you guys. If it looks funny, just let me know. I can always fuck with it. Hey, you can like white chocolate. I'm a hater. I'm like, I don't like vanilla either. Like, I like bitter fucking chocolate. When I was a kid, I used to steal my mom's baking chocolate and try to eat it. Like, the shit that tastes like chalk. Yeah, I'm a sicko. Good morning, BDO. How are you, love? I was fine because I got my booster shot at the beginning of the month. Just had a sore throat and stuffy nose. Thank fuck. I'm very thankful for that. I'm like vaxxed and everything too, but unfortunately there's so many strains now, it doesn't really matter. Dark chocolate is just everything. Honestly, I love hanging out with someone who doesn't like dark chocolate because it's all for me. Like, I get it all. They're like, ew, it's bitter. I'm like, okay. Enjoy your plastic. I literally was about to say white people unite, and then I was like, wait, what? I know, right? Pale. We'll go with the pales. I don't know. The melanin impaired. I know. I feel you. I feel that. I am of the albino persuasion. I'm actually, like, not this pale. I know. I say that a lot. I'm pretty yellow. If I stood, like, I have a picture of me and my sister next to each other, you'd be able to tell. Like, my sister is white. I am yellow. It's just the lighting. Just decided to do this today, and we're going to deal with it. I hope you've had a good day. See, if you never leave the house, you can never be exposed to shit or the big C. Well, I have to leave the house to get bugs and stuff. Like, I leave the house. I know it's crazy. I probably leave the house like twice a week. Because I have weed and bugs. I gotta get food for my animals. Like, you can't order live bugs. Well, you could, but it's never turned out well. Like, half always show up dead. It smells like baby sick. Really? I don't think it smells weird. I've just never been a fan. Like, every time I eat a piece of white chocolate, I'm like, this doesn't taste like anything. What am I eating? Why is this in my mouth? Blech. Just sitting here trying to decide how I can waste 4.5 more hours at work. Have you ever made a personal food pyramid? It's really disturbing. Like, just draw a pyramid and dice it up like the food pyramid, but then you fill it in what you eat the most of. So, like, the big category, write in what you eat most often, and then you keep going to the top. It's really fucking fucked up when you do it. Like, you think you're healthy. It might waste a couple hours. Good morning, Vissy. How are you, love? Dude, I don't like it either, but no hate on anybody that likes white chocolate. Like, I just am not a fan. I don't understand. Zuckus, so the reason I said waxy, this is my one, like, reference to waxy chocolate, I guess. I got to go on a tour of the Theo Chocolate Factory in Washington State. I think it's in Tacoma. It's South Seattle somewhere. But Theo is, like, a really big chocolate company on the West Coast. Wonderful chocolate, like, really, really good chocolate. A lot, they're all about, like, responsibly sourcing cocoa, so they're not, like, draining the world of cocoa beans and all that stuff. And I got to go on a tour, and they show you how Hershey's is made without saying Hershey's. And it's over 80% wax. It's actually wax. That's how they keep it from melting at such a low cocoa density, I guess. I don't remember the specifics. This was a really long time ago. But they showed us how they made it, and it's edible. I mean, it's not like we're eating a candle, but it is wax. And, like, the higher the quality of the chocolate, the less there's wax in it, I guess. Oh, God. Hey, you know what? The nut... wait, what was it? Fuck. Lizzie, what was that weird donut you told us about the other day? It was a sweet nut? A yum nut. It's a yum nut. Satan created a yum nut for you. Oh my God, Lucy. So apparently in Britain, there's a donut called a yum nut. And I just can't get over that it's called a yum nut. And so now it's all just yum nuts. It's all yum nuts. Santa's yum nut's my favorite. Welcome, Raiders. Taco, motherfucker. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream.
Welcome to hell and the Yum Nut. Welcome, Raiders. Hail Satan, what's up? My name's Katie, it's great to see you.
What up, Taco, motherfucker? Thank you for trusting your community with me. Are you high? Thank you for the follow. Coach Parker, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name's ClassyKatie. It's fucked up. Nice to meet you. Take my breath away. Show my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. I invite you to brother, take your pants off, place your hand, buddy, gentlemen, enjoy your time here. I don't see my pants on the fire. I invite you to the same brace of goddamn nudity, mother fluffer. I bit my cheek just then, but I still got it. Ow. Fucking A. I have one spot on my cheek I've been biting for like a week on accident. Not on purpose, obviously. This is what it's supposed to look like, the yum nut. Oh my God, there's soup. Oh, so it's like a cronut. It's a cronut. Is it the Britain cronut? Basically. You voted to raid here? Oh my God, you guys voted for me? Well, that deserves a hit. If Taco didn't inform you, or if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's ClassyKatie. I smoke a lot of pot. And I clean my bong. But I gotta grind up some weed. And that deserves a cheers. Thank you so much for voting on rating me. Seriously, welcome to my channel. We just went live. I just woke up. So, what up? Let us wake and bake. But if you don't bake, that's totally cool. Take your joy, drink some coffee, enjoy your time. I'm not one of those people. Cheek biting sounds like some sexual term. Dude, have you ever done that? Like, bitten Like you're eating food or something and you bite your cheek and then it creates kind of a little sore and you just can't stop accidentally biting it. Like while I'm talking, I'll accidentally just like, nah, but on it. And I'm like, oh, why? And it won't heal. Really, Vissy? I'm so glad I'm not the only person. I don't know if it's because I got sharp teeth. I don't know what the fuck it is. Thank you for all the follows. The fuck? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. Thank you. Good morning, Dark Brownie. How are you, love? How is your stream, Taco? By the way, I know you just streamed and you're probably exhausted. I always say this to every streamer who raids me. Go away. Go rest. I always feel bad when streamers are like, well, when I raid, I feel like I have to stick around. No, you don't. I love you so much. I see you all the time. Like, rest. I get it. Last night after stream, I literally went to bed. I'm not even shitting you. I literally crawled into bed immediately after stream and went to sleep. I feel that spiritually. Spiritually. You tired. You tired. About to work and lurk? Oh, dude, work and lurk. Work and lurk. I hate when people feel like they have to stick around and they're exhausted. Like, you never have to. I know you're tired. I've been doing Listerine. I actually use mouthwash every day because I'm kind of crazy about my teeth. And it doesn't hurt until I accidentally rebite it. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Motherfucker. Sucks. Anyways, let's grind weed. Oh, fuck. I put my weed on the other side of the room. What a day. What a day. Weed. Good morning, Bolt. Happy Friday, love. How are you? Have we been here long enough to save our families? Wait, does it save your family to be here? Am I saving your family? That's a lot of responsibility. I didn't sign up for this. That being said, those who have hit that follow button, I do apologize, but your soul is in a jar under my bed forever now. So, like, if you thought this was gonna stop, it's kind of like herpes. I'm the gift that just keeps giving. Oops. My bad. About once a year, in between for fun, I lock my front upper teeth on my bottom. What? Oh. 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 Holy shit. Zuckus, exciting news. It's taken 1.5 months, but I finally lost 12 kigs of pandemic weight. Okay. So losing 12 kilograms of weight in 1.5 months, that's amazing. That's a huge accomplishment, dude. That's like a lot of, as someone who gained an excessive amount of weight in college and lost it, that's work. Do not undermine your accomplishments. That's insane. That's a lot of weight, dude. Congratulations. At least it's a comfy jar. I mean, I keep it clean. I keep it warm. What should I grind up? Let's do, I still haven't opened up this hella fancy. Should we do this one since it's Faded Friday? This is that one I bought. It's like so if you don't live in a legal state where weed is, everywhere, they have cultivated some fucking special ass weed these days. And for $4.20 a bit ago, I bought a shit ton of weed, like a ton of special weed, and I'm still working through it because it was a lot. And one of them I bought is dumb expensive. Like, just to give you an example, this held 3.5 grams of weed, was $14. This holds 3.5 grams of weed, is $50. Still weed. But it was $4.20. I spoiled us. Me. But I like to share it with you guys. If we could smoke it together, I totally would. But it's one of those, it's like whiskey or bourbon. They like hand write the batch number on it right there. It's 92 of 299. It's like the first, I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's by Veritas and it's called there's the hair. Muffin's Breath number 3. And the parent strains are Gorilla Butter and Muffins. So there you go. It was harvested on 2/6/22. And blah, blah, blah. There's a fuzz in my nose. I'm going to go crazy. It's with a Z, though. Look at the name. It's called Muffin's Breath number 3. I never understand the names. I hope it's amazing, Vissy, because it was dumb expensive. But I mean, Now I can say I tried it, and if it sucks, I will never buy it again because it's dumb. It's like, when I say dumb expensive, weed is weed is weed, in my opinion. Please don't hate me. I know a lot of you work in the industry and you're like, how dare you? I am just a simpleton. If it gets me high, it gets me high. Muffin breath is what you get after you eating some juicy cake? I don't know. When would you get muffin's breath? I don't even know. That's a good question. Yeah, it's called Muffin's Breath, and the brand is Veritas. That's like the brand of them. It's the first cut. Ooh, I don't know. They even sealed it. This is like the crack though. This is when you get to the crack. It's not like crack like the drug. This is the crack of the seal where I'm gonna smell it. After this point, it will never smell this strong again. So I'm gonna pay attention to it real quick. It smells like pot. So there you go. Nothing special. It's just weed. That's the pot. This is our, oh my Jesus Christ. This is our special fucking better give me a reach around pot. That is, the first cut. Blah, 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 blah. If it's really good, I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'm not going to lie. Like, if it's worth the money. I mean, I don't know though. When you can get pot for $14 for 3.5 grams, is it ever really worth $50? I don't know. That's a lot of money. Wait. Nyan just fucking resubbed. Oh my god.
Thank you
for the resub.
Wait, how did I miss these things? God damn it, motherfucker! It's fine. Nyan Tentacles. I love you. Thank you for the resub.
And motherfucking Chi-Town Deke just gifted a sub to Gigglies. Giggities, excuse me. The Giggities.
Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. Hail the Dank Lord, but most importantly, hail yourself. Thank you for being here.
And accept these fucking wings upon your anus. Go forth and be consensual in every way, because nothing is sexier than pure sober consent. If you question me, I dare you, next time you go to kiss your SO or anybody, ask permission first. You will audibly hear the sploosh. Just grinding up drugs at 9 o'clock in the morning. How's you guys doing? Why does it cost more? It's the brand. Honestly, like I can't, the growers, they'll have reasons for it. It's like there are weed strains, I'm not even shitting you, that are like, I can't remember what they refer to them as, but they've never been touched by man hands. I'm not even kidding you. Like only women touch the weed, so it's more expensive. Like they have all sorts of weird. Weed is weed is weed. It gets me fucked up. I don't know. I really don't know. The only reason I can justify paying a little bit extra for these ones, not this one specifically, because this is stupid expensive, over these ones is, if you don't smoke pot, you probably don't know this, totally cool. Let me educate you on things you don't care about. This is plastic. It's just like a disposable plastic container the weed's coming in, whereas this is a porcelain glass-lined jar. If you're unaware, any plastic item, Lucy, my girl Lucy's here, she'd know. We do charities against plastic all the time. I'm very anti single-use plastic shit. But anything you use that's plastic, like a water bottle, anything, you can look at the bottom of it and it's got a little triangle with a number in it. The higher the number, the shittier the plastic quality. The lower the number, the safer it is to reuse that container over and over. This number is 5, and I believe that's as high as the number can literally go, which means I should never put anything in this that I want to eat because microplastics can leach out of the plastic into what I'm eating. Whereas these little nice porcelain glass ones, like, there's no damage. But $14, $40 or $50 worth it? You can get like this. This is another brand of weed they sell around here. It's called Green Dot. This is a porcelain glass lined container, and this one's only $35. So no, I don't think it's worth $50 in any way, shape, or form. We're gonna smoke it. I mean, maybe. If I go into a coma, like possibly, if that's what you're into. We'll see. I'm grinding it up now. Yeah, the ceramic glass will keep it fresh longer, and you can reuse those containers over and over. Like, I save all the nice pots and reuse them for paint and stuff like that, craft projects and stuff, because they're nice. They work well, but the plastic ones are shit. You don't want to use them. Oh, do they go higher than 5? I've never seen a higher than 5. Lucy, I grew up on a lake right below Canada, And this is probably why I'm a little psychotic about, litter and shit. I grew up on Lake Roosevelt, the Columbia River in Washington State, right below Canada, and right above us on the Canadian border in Canada is this giant company. I can't even remember what the name of it is, but for like up until the early 90s, they were dumping every ounce of waste they had into the Columbia River because it would immediately cross into the states. So Canada didn't give a fuck. And so our river for a while, like you couldn't eat fish out of it at all. Like you could not eat a walleye out of it. You couldn't touch anything. The amount of like trash or like the entire river would have a gloss on top of it, like rainbow, like gasoline and shit like that. And when you grow up experiencing that, I imagine it's similar to like living in Flint, Michigan right now. It's just like a core of me. Nothing gives me a bigger boner than when I see someone walking down the street and they randomly bend over to pick up a piece of trash that wasn't theirs. Like, wow, that shouldn't blow me away, but it never happens. Like, if you're walking down the road and there's a goddamn can, maybe pick it up. I don't know. What a fucking idea. Kind of like how soda cans keep fresh longer than plastic bottles. You know, I have always been of the opinion that every beverage tastes better coming out of a can than a bottle. Like, I used to be addicted to Diet Coke, like, clinically. Like, I drank, like, a case a week. But I still, to this day, despise Diet Coke if it's in a bottle. It tastes disgusting to me. Is it really? It still is. No shit. Oh my god, I didn't know that, Lucy. What are you doing now? Are you doing something even more cool? We can still hang out and be friends, right? Please? That's a stupid question. I know we're still friends. You'd be surprised, though, how many people, like, the moment I stopped playing their video game or something, these people that I really thought were truly my friends just completely stop talking to me 100% and ignore all my messages. I'm like, oh, okay. 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 It's fine. Same. Same, though. I feel that. I hope you're doing something awesome, though. Are you doing anything you love? As a Michigan native, Flint is bad, but there are places in the state that are straight up hoarders. What do you mean? Like worse? We have a lot of trash dumped down this long stretch of road, no lights at night. One time there was just like 30 tires dumped. You know, where I grew up, we had a place like that too, actually, which is super weird. It was like I grew up on a highway in the middle of nowhere on an Indian reservation, no people. But every once in a while, there'd be like a little pull off, on the highway if you needed to pee or whatever for truckers. And there was this one where you would pull off and there was like a little island of trees between you and the road, and people would just dump trash there all the time in the middle of fucking nowhere on the river. It was so infuriating and weird. Oh, is Pawnee bad? I didn't know that. Jesus. My village here in Sweden has a group of elderly ladies that go around picking up trash when they do their power walking together. I do that in the mornings. I always carry I keep like a grocery bag in my pocket, and I'll pick up trash if I find like, because here it's so windy here that I think because of that, it looks like there's a lot more litter than people are actually littering, if that makes sense. Like, I think what happened, because I've seen it personally, like our trash bins on trash days sometimes will literally get blown 3 miles down the road because the wind is so strong. So I think a lot of trash gets blown out of people's yards and stuff. But when I go on my runs sometimes, I mean, I don't know what it is, but in around this area, for some reason, people are obsessed with this alcohol that comes in a bottle like this big, and it's royal blue. And I can't remember. I don't even know if they have writing on them, but they're fucking everywhere. I swear to fuck, every morning I can bring home at least 5 of them. What are we doing? Walking the neighborhoods, drinking tiny bottles of alcohol and throwing them in the woods? Like, what's happening? But where are our priorities? Do you have a pocket? Oh, I don't want. I have. I've done so much like charity with WWF and otherwise for picking up trash and trying to clean up the plastic in the ocean, those enormous like fucking plastic islands and shit like that. I've done way too much research on what we do with trash, and it depresses me. I laugh out of anxiety. Hello, Poop Deck. How are you, love? Oh my God, stop it. Houses, entire properties bought out and filled to the brim with trash? Are people living in them? Just got here, went to Disney World 6 to 7 years ago, and it baffled me there were no recycling bins anywhere in the park. In Canada, we have recycling freaking compost. I know we don't contribute much on a grander scale because we have a very low population, but man, oh no, it's crazy. It's very, you know what I've noticed, Poop Deck, in the States? It's very state dependent. Just for, by the way, Crispy just gifted a sub to Lucy. Lucy, you know what's up. Continue being your consensual, wonderful self, and I love you. Crispy, thank you so much for gifting a sub to my girl, Lucy. I appreciate you a lot. Oh, like what I was gonna say about recycling. So just to give you an example, when I lived in Washington State and I was going to college up in Bellingham, you would be fined if you didn't recycle. Like you were just required to. Like you had a trash bin and you had a recycle bin, and if they found recycle material in your trash, they would fine you. You'd get bills sent to your house. In Maryland, I had to pay extra to recycle, and it's the same here. I have to pay an extra fee for a different person to come pick up recycling. It's very interesting. And now I'm in Colorado. And the other place was Baltimore. I've been all over the place. But it's all very state dependent. And I don't even know if it's state, if it's like county dependent. I don't know. But it's interesting. Sweden has started building smaller power plants that provide heat and electricity to nearby buildings. They power it by burning trash. Heavy filters so that no pollution leaks. That's good. I was going to say, I know, is it China that burns trash? Not to hate on China. I think we send a lot of our garbage to China, and they're like telling us to go fuck off at this point because we had too much trash, and they're like, we can't deal with that much trash. I can't remember. I read about it a really long time ago. Yeah, that's frigid, exactly how I was in Maryland. Not even kidding you. I lived in Baltimore, and you literally had to pay the HOA extra, otherwise you didn't get recycling. Like you didn't even get the option, which is weird. Chi-Town, have a fucking beautiful day. I love you. Be safe. Don't let weirdos touch you or breathe on you or cough on you. Wash your hands. Pee after sex. We have recycle bins for my apartment, but trash people are throwing it into the same garbage truck. What? Yeah, Catalina. Both in here. Well, I don't have an HOA here. I just live like I'm like unincorporated Denver technically, but I still have to pay for recycling. And when I was in Maryland, I absolutely had to pay for recycling because it's not an option, which is so fucking weird to me. Because where I went to college, I mean, I remember when I went to college, I was pissed about it that I got fined because there was a soda can in the trash. But I get it. Like I get why they do it. Have you ever seen a landfill? Take a field trip. Educate yourself. It'll fuck you up. HOA. I will never live in an HOA again, ever again. And if I ever got stuck in one, I would set my own house on fire and be like, do you like how I decorated it now? Don't tell me what to do with my own fucking property. I hate HOAs. I can't with that. Go fuck yourself. There are parts of, I think, India where waste is sent and they burn plastic wires to get the metal out easily. And they also cook on the fires. Ugh. That seems bad. It's a no-no square. I'm telling you, everyone should have a fucking no-no square at this point. If you're unaware of the no-no square song, it's a song I was taught, and many women, of course, only women, because we're the only ones that can get raped, are taught this song when we go to college. Stop. Don't touch me there. That is my no-no square. Rape! It's rape! And then you just start screaming rape. I'm not kidding. I wish that was a joke. But I mean, honestly, I've never like had a stranger like try to accost me in an alley and try to rape me. But if I started singing a song about my no-no square, do you think they would maybe be so weirded out they'd run away? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no shit. You went to Westminster? No shit. Did you like it? And aluminum can literally be recycled forever. I think cardboard's one of those things too, where, I mean, it's not forever, but cardboard has a pretty long recycle life. I've been working in a neighborhood where people legit just throw their household trash out the window. 6+ story apartment buildings and leave old and broken furniture and appliances outside the buildings. I've lived places where they do that. Legit 2 days a week, we do nothing but collect trash. And one guy drives a trash tractor full time just so we're on top of it. Why do they do that? Oh, good. Luckily, big steps are being taken to change the culture and get people more involved in their community. Thank fuck. I mean, that's the point. Like, people will stop trashing things if, you know, how am I trying to word it? Like, we feel like we have a community to care about. There's a really good clip of a woman during the Black Lives Matter movement. Well, it's still, I mean, obviously we're still in a movement, but during the big, like when it first started going down, and all the protests were happening, and this reporter was like, "Ma'am, why are you and your other black fellow citizens burning your city down?" And she goes, "It's not mine." And I just love. I mean, it's one of the best fucking clips I've ever seen in my entire life. But if you give people the ability to, I don't know the word, like actually have their community, and you don't redline them, racist fucks. It's amazing what people can do. Oh, have you seen that one, Catalina? God, I can't remember all of what she says, but she goes off and she's like, "None of this is mine. You're asking me why I'm burning down my neighborhood. It's not mine." I mean, it was just fucking beautiful. She was so like, oh, the passion. Unfortunate to live in a moderately affordable area in DC, Maryland, or Virginia and still not have a 2 to 3 hour commute. You're stuck in an HOA. It's everywhere. I know. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. On the West Coast, there's definitely HOAs, but you usually only see them like in developments, like like developed neighborhoods and shit, or like Issaquah, cookie cutter house places. I don't know what else to call them. It's like where one company just throws up a whole bunch of houses that all look exactly the same, but maybe they're like mirrored a couple times. Those are in the West Coast, and those will have HOAs, but the HOAs on the East Coast, I mean, do you guys remember the show Pete and Pete? And I think it was in the opening of Pete and Pete, and it showed all the dads, I'm assuming, like mowing their lawn together, like simultaneously, and then they'd measure how tall the grass was. I think it was Pete and Pete. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember what show it was, but that's literally how they act over there. These HOAs with their like lawn levels and like what plants you plant in your yard. It's never in my life, as long as my neighbor doesn't have like an evil dog that's gonna come over and kill me, or like noxious trash overflowing on my property. I don't give a fuck what my neighbors are doing with their grass. I'm not looking at you. I don't want to look at you. I don't even want to see you if I have the choice. I don't get it. Yeah, it's gated communities. Yeah, West Coast got a lot of gated communities. That's the weird part, Lucy. I'm not even kidding you. You own your home, you own your property, you pay all the taxes on your property, but a little group of very pretentious, usually women, I'm just saying it because I've experienced it, get together once a month and decide that the rose you put in your garden is not the same color as everyone else's rose, and we don't like it. Or like, for instance, like one of my neighbors wanted to build a new deck, but they had to hunt down the exact material that one other person in the neighborhood had used for their deck. Just in case anyone else wanted to do a deck, then they have an excuse to tell everyone you have to do it exactly like this deck. So then all the houses are identical. It's fucking weird. It's like laughable. I laughed so many times out loud and they hated me for it. But I don't think they realize how fucking dumb they sound out loud when they speak. I don't think they hear it, how stupid it sounds. Yeah, kills 100%. HOAs are just another form of sub-government that no one really needs. It's just like board house people. I say housewives. Mine was all housewives who were just cunts. I would never again. I would never live in an HOA again. Like, I didn't know. I thought an HOA was just so people didn't like leave 50 broken down cars in their driveway or something. That is not it. Not it at all. Oh yeah, you can't, work on your car in your own driveway because other people can see your driveway in the HOA, and if there's oil in your driveway, it's a stain on the neighborhood. So like if I wanted to change my own oil, I needed to drive away from my own house to a field to change the oil of my car. I'm not kidding. These were legit rules in my HOA. What the fuck? Get a life. For real. There's a suburb here in Ottawa that's like that. No, not allowed to paint your garage door, house. Yep, exactly. House or door is anything but white. It's by law that they enforce strictly fucking. Yep. It's seriously, that's the way Maryland was. That's the way where I lived in Maryland. And the sad thing about Maryland's kind of one of those states where either you're like loaded or poor. So you either live in an HOA where people are dictating what you can do to your yard, or you're stuck in the inner city without even a grocery store within driving distance. It's crazy. We had the DNR here approve a grant for a local organization to preserve 100 plus acres of land and restore it to be a preserve. Ooh, nice. Now an anonymous state rep objected and it stalled. And an anonymous developer says they can create more housing and make it eco-friendly. Okay. More housing and eco-friendly do not. Like, one of these things is not like the other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I think we should do? Zach said this the other day, and it was one of the most genius things I've ever heard. We were talking about all these people who are like protesting going back to like working at an office because during the pandemic, all these people went home to work from home, and they were just as productive, if not more. Their life quality was better. You know, not as much traffic, cuts down on noise pollution, cuts down on emissions from cars, so on and so forth. And Zach was like, you know what we should do with all those empty buildings is maybe give them to all the fucking homeless people who need a roof over their head. And I was like, oh my fuck. Imagine. What a good idea. Like, wow. Innovative. Maybe give roofs to people who don't have them. The Penn and Teller bullshit episode about HOA is well worth watch. Oh my god, it's so weird. That episode, I watched it way after I lived in Maryland, and it fucked me up. Over the Hedge. Oh my god, I love Over the Hedge. You know the squirrel? The squirrel is me. I'm sure you know that. I'm sure you're aware. The squirrel that, like, when it drinks a Diet Coke, the whole world slows down. But really, that's me. I've never felt more akin to a cartoon animal in my life. My HOA tried to tell me I had to rebuild my stream because it was 2 feet long and 1 feet too wide. Rebuild a stream of water? I bought it with the house. I showed them I bought it with the house, and they go, oops, our bad. We'll make a note. Oh, it was a shed. I mean, okay, still ridiculous. The stream was even funnier, though. Imagine if people were like, we need you to rebuild your stream. Excuse me, I shall go employ some beavers. One moment. Oh, Lucy, which horrible thing about the U.S.? Which one? Which one? We're having a great time. Meldon, what's up? That's cool, dude. I haven't been live that long. We're just chilling. How can you make money off giving homes to homeless? That's not American, right? I mean, this is my theory, and I know this is crazy, but like, what if we gave homes to the homeless so that they could, you know, sleep at night without fear of death or freezing to death or, you know, whatever. And then maybe if they want, they'd get jobs, contribute to society. And, you know, then the people that want money maybe will be happy. If they look at the long run, maybe the money hungry ass fucks will be excited. Like at first, it's not going to make us money. But I just can't. How can you look at a human being and say you don't deserve a roof over your head? How can a human being do that? I don't know. I really don't know. My brain doesn't wrap around it. I think everybody deserves 3 hot meals a day and a fucking place to sleep at night with a roof and heat. Period. End of story. Noida with that fucking resub.
Hail the motherfucking Dank Lord. Satan and yourself. Thank you for the resub, lover. Sorry I was on a fucking tirade.
Let us cheers. If I have a lighter. Do I have a lighter? Please have a lighter. I don't have a lighter. God damn it. Not prepared today. Oh my god, I really don't. Oh, I see it. It's under Trick's face. Give me 1 second. Got it. What if we give people the means to live a life? Imagine. I mean, I think it all comes down to villainizing addiction. I think that's the biggest problem. We just have a weird population of people that are like, oh my god, you're addicted to something? Fuck you, you don't deserve anything. Live under a bridge. Which is really fucked up, to be honest. I firmly believe every human being, regardless of what you're addicted to or your state in life, you just deserve these basic things. Food, warmth, fucking help them, don't shun them. Exactly. Like, there are ways to help build, like, welfare was built for that. Like, that's what welfare was supposed to do. It doesn't do that now, but It was supposed to help, help you get back on your feet to be part of society again. Like I want to help people. Help. Like it's just so bizarre that we look at human beings and think they're trash because they don't have a home. Raise your hand if you can afford to buy a house right now. Sick. Me neither. I'm not addicted to crack. I don't know. Honestly, Catalina, I've talked about that a lot. Like, I think about that a lot in my heart. Like, do you have to be a supervillain to become a billionaire? Or becoming a billionaire, does that make you kind of just like a villain in your head? Like, do you just start to be evil? I don't know. Yeah, unless you're addicted to living under the bridge, like, I would love to help. But, I mean, there are cities who literally bus homeless people out in the middle of nowhere because they don't want to look at them. They're dirty. And dirty is the city. Go fuck yourself. You did this. A lot of homeless actually seem to get their life in order once they're given a roof over their head and given a haircut. I mean, I know and I believe it. I was going to say this earlier. I think I forgot. I was, my brain. But like, can you imagine? I mean, I'm assuming you have a roof over your head. I'm assuming because you're on the internet, you're using shit. Imagine now you live under a bridge, you're addicted to something, you have no money to buy said something, and people tell you, get your life together. I can barely get my life together and I have a roof over my head. Like, how does that not occur to people that, like, maybe if you give them the tools to help themselves, like a place to sleep at night so they can wake up rested and able to go on with their day, I don't know how that doesn't. We have so much abandoned housing in in the United States of America. It's honestly nauseating. Dude, Trekkie, you're super lucky. It's so hard. I don't know, especially like if you don't want to pay, out your ass in house payments every month, you have to get a house payment, like a down payment of $100,000. Who the fuck can save that up? Who the fuck can do that? Go work, Chi-Town, seriously.
Go.
Cheers. We're cheersing Chi-Town off into the world. Be safe and don't get sick. We love you. Cheers. Oh my god, Lucy, what? That's heartbreaking. Oh, and well, my parents think that. I've been doing this for a living for almost 7 years now. And every time my mom, I mean, she asks me about stream like once every 6 months. And when she asks me, it's like, so how's the internet thing going? You don't just play video games, right? You do other things. Yeah, you don't play video games. She like confirms it to herself. It's so bizarre. Like, what's wrong with video games? I fucking love them. I play them all the time. Regardless if it's on stream or not. I fucking love them. I do not understand. Like, you can't say video games are doing bad things when you look at the grand scale of all the people playing video games and then the few that are acting out strangely who also might play video games. Correlation versus causation kind of bullshit. Oh my god, though, I wouldn't kill the goat. I'd make it my friend and sleep with it. Like, it would be my warm pillow. It's hard enough to heal when all your needs are met, let alone when most of them are unmet. Exactly. Like, these people quite literally do not have a consistent bathroom to take a private shit in. Imagine trying to heal your soul in that environment. I don't think it's possible. Like, it's very, disconnected and tone deaf for these people to be like, fix your shit. Or whatever. It's equivalent to looking at someone who's depressed and saying, can't you just get over it? Can you just smile today and get over it? Because the rest of us are having a good time and you're really bumming us out. It's the equivalent, except it's so much worse because it's human beings homeless. I get really heated about it. I'm sorry if I rant too much. We would have never had Katie in Meow Meow Land if I didn't play video games. For real. Pony Island. Inscription. All of the other fucked up mind fucks I've ever played. Video games, Mass Effect. I cried and felt more of a roller coaster of emotions playing Mass Effect than I have reading any book, and I read all the time. Like, you guys know this. I'm addicted. I'm constantly reading. Mass Effect fucking sliced me open. If I could make everyone play that game in the world, I totally would. I really think it comes down to a few things, though, right? A solution for people who shouldn't want to contribute back into society, who should be helping them get back on their feet. And two, doing something about, quote unquote, corrupt jerks who will prevent one because it threatens their way of life. Oh my God, Noita, have you seen that clip of like the privileged white ladies talking about how they don't want a homeless, like this? There's a group of people who build. They can 3D build. They can use like a 3D printer and build homes in like an hour, and they build homes for homeless vets. Is it NIMBY? Is that what they're called? And they were interviewing people in the neighborhood where they were building the homes, and these fucking, if someone has the clip or knows what clip I'm talking about, I'd love to play it for everybody. It is nauseating. These women are like smiling and giggling while saying, I don't want them here because they're not the same class. Goosh. I can't with it. Everything hurts when I watch it, but it's important to see that these people are real and they're everywhere. I do listen to Last Podcast on the Left. It's one of the very few. Podcasts are hard for me because I can't just like sit and listen. I got to be doing something while I listen to them. Oh, it's horrible. I'm trying to think like what would I Google to find this fucking clip? I'm trying to just think what would I look up? It's so good. It's not very long. It's just nauseating, and I think it's important to know these people are there and they think they're totally in the right. Zaquarion, you silly fuck.
Thanks for the resub, slut. Hail the Dank Lord. What up, lover?
Instead of homing less, you should pull up your bootstraps and home more. Yeah, just pull up them bootstraps and get your shit together and kick that heroin and Didn't some guy in like New Zealand do that recently? Some politician in New Zealand, like the rent is really high or something, and he was like, just buy your house. Just do it. I mean, why not? I mean, it was so fucking stupid to hear someone say that out loud. Yeah, just like break out those loans from your sugar daddy or whatever the fuck. Oh my God, Zuckus, we don't want the homeless living here. Good news. They'll have a home, so they're technically not homeless. You're welcome. You stuck up cunt. I'm gonna try to Google. I really want to show you this clip because it's so good. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. I'm literally, the things I'm gonna type into my bar right now are shameful. White lady doesn't want homeless living near her. Wrong keyboard, Catherine. And there's too many videos popped up, and that's even more frightening. I have no idea which one it was. I'll find it eventually someday for y'all. It's nauseating if you ever find it. I can't remember if it was like one of the late night hosts showing it. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's just the worst. It's like something, it looks like it's out of a movie, like something someone wrote that, like SNL. You know how they'll joke about things going on, but they write them like so blatantly obvious. That's what it's like. Like you think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. It's so fucking bad. Did you know the bootstraps analogy was originally created to mean something that was impossible? Yes, actually, I think Mickey taught me that. Yes, someone taught me that recently because you literally like cannot pull yourselves up by your shoes. That would be leaving the earth. That is the lack of gravity. Yeah. Insert basic white blonde value. You're homeless. Why don't you just like buy a house, stupid? I'm not even kidding you. That's what the girl sounds like. She's like really pretty and has long red hair and whatever and looks really put together. And she's like, it's like, we're just not comfortable because like, it sounds so bad to say, but like they're not the same class as us. She doesn't do that last part. I just have a stroke when I imitate her. It's so bad. Have you tried not being poor? What an idea. Yeah, I'm sure they've said that. Good morning, Miniman. How are you, love? Was that the guy? Was it the Prime Minister of Australia that did it? I heard about that. I couldn't remember if it was New Zealand. I thought it was New Zealand for some reason. But yeah, I heard like, people were protesting because rent is ridiculously high and people aren't being paid enough to afford rent. And the prime minister was like, just go buy a house. Then you don't have to pay rent, silly. I'm sorry, what? Oh. Was it John Oliver? Oh, fuck. I love you so much. If you just. Catalina might have just saved us. I watch all the late night guys. Like, I love them. They give me kind of my, like, my rough updates on what's going on in the world, and then I'll research further if it's, hella horrible. But let me find did I just find the people talking about homeless? I'm gonna find it for you. It's too good to not. Fuck, did I find it? No. Where the fuck is it? God damn it. Hold up. Do you know what time the clip is at? It's like a 24-minute clip. Otherwise, I'd play it. It's so long. But I think I found the beginning of the homelessness portion. So we'll scan. We'll find it. I think I have the clip. I got this exact one. Yeah, I'm just trying to find where it is in it because it's horrible. Oh, you're so ready. You're gonna love it. And slash want to die. Okay, let's give it a try. I got it up to 17 minutes, and I'll fast forward if I can tell where we are. It's good though. I mean, it's John Oliver. He's fantastic. He really does cover the super angry. I don't know if this happened yesterday, but I was informed yesterday in stream. So you know how Texas in the last month is trying. I don't know if I think they successfully made it so it's a crime if your child is transgender and you take them to a doctor or anything at all. Like you can't take them to their psychiatrist, their psychologist, anything. It's a crime, and there's a bounty on it. So Florida yesterday, their new thing is what was it? It's like oh god, fuck, remind me. It's another one, but it's like a one upper. They're trying to one up on the horrificness. I love you, Robo. I think about you all the time. Like I have a sister there. I have so many friends in Texas, and none of them represent this bullshit Texas polls. I just don't get it. None of it makes any sense to me. Really, in Vermont, like not just about homeless people, but about people who rent. Oh my fucking what? Oh, what's the obsession with owning a house? I don't get it. Like it's a nice investment if you want to do it, but honestly, it's a lot cheaper and easier lifestyle if you can call up someone to come fix shit broken in your house anytime it breaks, which is renting. I'd be happier to have them have affordable housing near me as they would appreciate it more than the idiots that object. Dude, I know you can never generalize personal experience. However, two of my closest neighbors are both halfway houses, but they're like a house where a couple roommates will live and they have to be on like perfect behavior, no drugs, no crime and everything. And they're the best neighbors I have ever had in my entire existence as a human being amongst other human beings ever. They are so nice and so polite and wonderful with my dogs and just like friendly. They like say hi if we like make eye contact across the fence. All my other neighbors are either booby psycho or these ones like just wave guns in the air on dirt bikes. Like I know you cannot generalize personal experience. However, I mean, let's be real. When's the last time you had a neighbor that you were like, fuck yeah, really, really dig that house close to mine? Never. How is it any different? Homeless, I mean, not, I ain't trying to throw shade, but homeless people can be just a person who was homeless, who was given a home, is another person. They can be just as fucking annoying and horrible as the neighbor you already have. How is it? Just give someone a house. It all comes down to human beings deserving to sleep in a place where they're safe and dry. That's it. Okay, I have one neighbor I really enjoy, but their family plays live mariachi music in their backyard sometimes, and it's incredible. I love that neighbor. It's like the most beautiful music, just like kitty corner from my house. That's pretty dope. That is amazing. Like, I really thought it was a radio for the longest time. It's legit. They're all out there with brass instruments. It's so fucking cool. I live in a very Mexican neighborhood, and they play amazing music. My favorite neighbor. Amazing how empowerment works versus entitlement. The most entitled people are the ones with money. Oh, exactly. And that's what it's I think empowerment's a really good word to use for like, giving someone who was something happened in their life that left them on the streets, giving them the empowerment to say, yeah, I have a home. I have a place to go at night. I have somewhere to lay down that is safe and mine. I mean, even if it's renting, it's still yours. You know what I mean? It's different. It's as opposed to I got to find a bench somewhere that doesn't have spikes all over it that a business has put on it because pigeons. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something to be said about giving someone their humanity. It's all about acknowledging a human being and saying, you're a human, and humans deserve these things. That's what you get because that's human. Like, it doesn't, nothing else should even be in the equation. But I know I'm a fucking dried up hippie. No one wants to listen to me. Let's get angry. All right, kids. Mama Katie is going to teach everybody a lesson. If you ever find yourself having to say, I'm not a racist or a bigot out loud in your life, catch what I'm throwing at you. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, is she about to say there's good people on both sides? What? I'm not racist, but see what I mean by I could not do it justice. This is why we needed this clip. Thank you so much, chat, for helping us find this. It's it's important. Oh my God, Lizzie, have you never seen this clip of this woman? I'd love to show you what it's like to live in America real quick. If you'd like it. Would you like to feel it for just a few seconds? We're all sick of it, but you might like it.
Explained herself.
The lifestyle I feel like that goes with Section 8 is usually working maybe single moms or people who are struggling to keep their heads above water. And it's not, I feel so bad saying that, but it's not, it's just not people who are, I guess, of the same class as us, which sounds bad.
And a wink! She fucking winks! So if you missed that, Lizzie, she says that the lifestyle that goes along with Section 8 is single mothers trying to keep their head above water, and they are not the same class as her. Wink. She follows it up with a real winner.
But I don't mean that in a bad way.
Do you think that you maybe are stereotyping the folks?
Oh, I totally am, 100%. It's not, it works both ways.
It works both ways.
I'm definitely not a racist and I'm not bigot, but...
And not a racist and not a bigot, but...
I think I hold a little bit of a stigma against people who are different.
Okay, some quick corrections there. You don't feel that bad saying it. The things you're saying are things racists and bigots say. And saying I'm not a racist or a bigot, but also saying you have a stigma against people who are different isn't necessarily splitting hairs, but it's definitely segregating them.
Hug your Texan, because it's possible that that's their neighbor and they're living in a hellscape. Hug your Texan. Like, I have goosebump nasty ass chills up and down my whole body, and it is so gross. I forget how fucking horrific it is every time I watch it, because memory's fallible constantly, and I always think like I probably remember it worse than it is, because my opinion of this life form isn't high for obvious reasons. John Oliver's fantastic, dude. Did you see his most recent one about, what was it? Oh fuck. Cookies. It was like about browser cookies and shit, and how websites collect your information and sell it and shit like that. And he like straight up blackmailed the government, and I just respect his lack of fucks so much. Oh, is he West Midlands? No shit. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I've been there. Stayed there. That's where I stayed with Millie a lot. Ish. It's a large area. I hope she doesn't have children. I hope she doesn't breed. Everyone has a stigma with difference, bitch. It's how you deal with it that makes you racist or not, right? Like, oh man, Greg, you were here yesterday when we were talking about it. Like, everyone has horrible thoughts that fly through their mind. Everyone has horrible opinions that fly through your head, and you can't help it. They just happen. Everyone does it. I do it. You do it. Everyone does it. There's a huge difference between those of us who go, "Holy shit, that was a horrible thought. Shake, shake, shake. Don't ever say that." And then those who go on TV to say them out loud and or type them and press enter on a keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Yes, go right code, Noita.
Hail Satan, of course, all the love.
Thank you for sticking around to watch this horrible, horrible clip with us. I hope it was worth it. To me, it is. Just fucking horrific. What up, Bubblicious? How are you, love? Happy Faded Friday. He blackmailed Ted Cruz. Yeah, it was fucking brilliant. It's beautiful. His lack of fucks just give me such a wetty. I'm into it. Worth it? Okay, good. I'm glad. That's the kind of shit that just, man, you know, we all suffer with a monicum of depression, if not actual, like, hardcore clinical depression or, like, manic bipolar. Ding, dang. But shit like that, like witnessing a human being saying those things quite genuinely gives me a little like a little bit, all right, I'm not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that has ever crossed my mind. None of it has, even on accident. So I'm doing real fucking good so far.
Thanks for the resub, bitch, and cheers.
Hail the Dank Lord, Obalicious. And continue being a consensual fuck. I cracked the really expensive, like, you know, the super special weed. I'll show you. This is what I'm smoking. Nope, not this one. This one, that one that I bought for $4.20, but I'm just working through the weed. The Muffin's Breath, but it has like the handwritten. Oh, the label's not lined up. Hold up. Line her up, ho. It has like the handwritten batch number and shit on it. Dumb expensive. It's nice weed though. I like it. I'm not in any way like superiorly. That's not going to come out of my mouth correctly. I'm not like hella high. I'm not special stoned. There's nothing unique happening that makes that $50 3.5 grams of weed worth it. But it's nice. There's no flavor. It really just smells like pot. Like, it's not really like gassy or anything. It's just like skunk. But it's good. I mean, I'm just glad it's not gross. If it was gross and super expensive, I'd be mad. But, you know, it's kind of like, I akin it to, you know, people who drink on the holidays. They'll go buy a slightly more expensive bottle of wine. Probably still tastes about the same. Probably still gets you the same amount of fucked up. I don't know. It was a holiday. Nothing wakes you up like almost getting run over by a bus. Stop the fuck. Did you almost get run over by a bus? Are you okay? Dreamonic. Ooh, what was it on? I love microbiology. I didn't get to go very far in it because I was a chemist, but it's exciting. That shit's so interesting. Fuck yeah, Kung. I know a lot of people, like for me, I'm the opposite. No matter what, vapes make me cough like I'm dying. I have yet to find like a THC vape, like a legit one. Like I have a PAX. I have some very fancy vapes. I've tried them all, and I just can't stop coughing. It never stops. One hit, and I'm just like, excuse me while it remove a lobe. Choose my edible adventure. Ooh, page 13, cinnamon. Oh, I love cinnamon. Cinnamon biscuit, page 35, white chocolate cinnamon square, page 64, milk chocolate square. I'm going to go cinnamon biscuit. I choose page 13. Also, I like the number 13. My parents owned a motel when I was a kid, and I shit you not, there was no room 13. It was a hunter motel, like a hunter's motel, like a motel. It wasn't a Motel 8, but very similar to a Motel 8 you would see in the middle of nowhere for people to stop, like truckers and shit. No room 13. Fucking weird, man. Superstition's bizarre. I get the vape coughs when I hit it for too long. Usually 3 seconds per hit is the sweet spot with like a THC vape. Maybe that's mine. Because you know, Eliza, but for some reason, I've experimented a lot because I would love to be able to, you know, smoke casually in public a vape. But vapes usually don't get me high, like, ever. I've never smoked a THC vape cartridge that actually gives me the same stoned feeling that flower does. I just get kind of a little sleepy, I guess. It feels more like a CBD effect, like a cerebral CBD effect, I guess, which isn't a real thing. That's just how I would describe it. And so when I hit a THC vape, like I fucking take the biggest hit possible and I hold it for as long as possible because I'm like, please just give me something, anything. Yeah, I still do it, Eliza. Like I have a little packs that I keep in my purse because even though I don't get the same high, it is nice for being in public. It just chills me out because I get anxious, especially in huge crowds, the jostling ones. Oh my god, coffee and a biscuit sounds so good. How could you not? I did it. You're welcome. As someone who grows exclusive top end limited run strains, big name brands pay a lot of money to get influencers to say a good thing about crap weed. Do they really? I mean, isn't that lying? Because people like you and I that smoke a shit ton of weed would buy it and be like, that's not that great. You lied. Like, I would know. I'd be like, no, that's shit. It smells like grass, like grass clippings or hay. That's usually a sign of some shit weed. I have a concentrate vape. I have a Firefly. If you've ever heard of the Firefly, and it works really, really well, but it's literally looks like you're smoking a fucking pot pipe. Like it's not a vape stick. It's a thing you hold like this. Like it's about as look-alike to smoking weed out of a pipe as you can get with a vape. I haven't found one yet that is like a nice little portable, like hold in your hand vape. They're always huge and absurd, which kind of completely defeats the purpose of having something to use in public. I mean, just that'd be if we have a Discord channel called Hypothetical Shenanigans. If you guys have like links to them, I would love to see them because I'm always looking. Dude, Lucy, go sleep. I love you. Sleep wonderfully, and please drink water and get something salty in your body and take care of yourself. Kill the big C. Not today, Seaton. Seaton? Yes. A regular smoker is someone who smokes 2 to 3 times per week. What are we? Reese, my love. Reese, how are you doing? Thank you so much for subbing in the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it a swings. If you have access to my emotes, now's the time to throw that pickle in chat for no reason specifically. How are you, Reese? Good job, Greg. How are you, love? A daily smoker? I would consider that regular. But I guess a Looka Seahorse Pro? A Looka? I've never even heard of that before. Hold on, I'll write it down. I've never even heard of that one before. So, no. But I will look at it. A weed fiend, right? Like, am I excessive? I don't know, man. All right. What are they, like, what's the gauge? I wonder. Like, what are they? I wonder that. Not that I assume you guys would know, but I wonder, like, how do they gauge that? Who decided? Reese, do you still love doing it, though? Everyone I know that does that for a job just fucking loves their life. Hold on, I gotta write down this weird name of a weird thing to look up. What was it called? It was called the Looka Seahorse Pro. I like the name. There used to be a really, really cool pet store, but it was only fish. It was a fish store in my old college town. And it was dope. It was literally wall to wall to the ceiling, every fish you could possibly imagine. They even had seahorse tanks. And so I've never you know guys, if you've been in my channel at all, I own a lot of animals, but aquatic shit is not my game. It stinks and it's a lot of maintenance. So I'd love to go there just to look seas. I love to just walk around and look at all the fish. Seahorses? Are they seahorses or just like seahorse for a group of them? I don't know. They're dumb. I mean, they are literally they're like the crested gecko of the ocean. How they survive is a mystical thing to me. They can't move fast. They have no directional like power. It's wild to watch them. They're adorable. I love them, but whoa. Whoa. Oh, Lizzie, really? What are they protesting? Which one? Wait. I feel like we talked about this. Doesn't all this weed smoking beat down your wallet? I mean, everybody, like, not really, no, because I don't have anything else to do with my money, quote unquote. Like, I don't do anything else. I don't go out. I don't go out to eat. I don't go to bars. I don't drink. I'm not really a wanting person. I don't like buy stuff often. So I just buy pot. I like weed. Not really, no. But if I, had a lot of vices, it probably definitely would. I'd probably have to like balance them. But honestly, like my money, I buy weed and I buy crickets for all of my tarantulas and geckos, and that's like it. And then, bills. I went to Dunkin' this morning for coffee and they were out of beans. What? Wait, is that what do they do? Why weren't they just closed? What? Mark, do you think your buddy smokes more than I do? Seahorsicles, kind of. They survive by numbers. Oh, do they like breed in insanely high numbers? I've seen their strange breeding. I love the fact that the male has to birth them, but I've never like looked into how many babies they into the water. Dispensaries here are averaging $110 for a quarter. That's a lot. That's a lot. Reese, do you guys not have you don't have dispensaries open right yet? Eliza's just opened up on the 21st, which was kind of hilarious. Oh fuck, they do have well, I never get their donuts. I love a donut, but Dunkin's donuts are not great. They're usually like dry and shit. Ooh, fish, quote unquote, is if they're all the same species of fish. Well, fishes is multiple species. No fucking way. How have I never known that before? That's a great way to think of it, though. I love that. I would assume the same for seahorse. Probably, yeah. So it was seahorse. There were many seahorse in these tanks because I think they all looked exactly the same. I assume they were the same species of seahorse. I like that, though. That's cool. Seahorse have 2,000 babies at a time? Jesus fucking dicks. Okay, so they're like the rabbits of the ocean, then. That makes more sense why they're a little... Because, I mean, if you've ever, like, just hung out with fish, most fish dart. I mean, they're fast and they're really reactive and very, like, seahorses. It's like watching a crested gecko. If you've ever had a crested gecko, of which I own a few, they're dumb. I mean, it's... How do you survive in nature? Just, like, buzzing forward. It's like a bumblebee, I think. Like, they have their little fins, but they have very little choice in where they go with that movement, I think. But they're cute. Wow, dumb. Cute, but dumb. They're doing this stupid lottery thing to give out licenses to sell recreationally. What? Oh, I think I read about this. Is this their solution to trying not to give them all to white people that have money? Is that their like thing? Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how that works out. Honestly, I don't know how those things work. I appreciate the effort to, not let it be monopolized by rich white people. However, I don't know how that works. Just enough to keep them upright. Exactly. And sometimes not even, like, if they cling to a branch, they'll just be, like, upside down, but their tail's on a branch, and they'll be like, oh, fuck. I don't know, Mom didn't tell me what to do now. And that's their life until the current puts them back upright. But they're cute. What do they eat? I wonder, probably like bloodworms or something. I've never had a saltwater tank, so I have no idea. For New Jersey, they gave priority to black-owned and low economic zones for claiming. Good. It is an odd solution. I mean, I agree. No, it's weird. It's very weird. It's like, hey, we have a problem with like rich white people monopolizing businesses. Let's just put it to chance instead. That was a big jump. Does anybody else think that's a big jump? Yeah, seems like a very severe, like, there was no in-between phase in there, like, maybe looking at the applicants and prioritizing low-income and black owners because we have, as a white country, shit the fuck all over them forever and ever and ever. I don't know. Jersey seems to know what's up. Mine, man, I don't know. I was talking about that yesterday. I've been really tempted to just dye it like my natural black brown. The only reason I don't think I'll ever do that, like I'll basically just grow my hair out, is because you can never get it out. Black hair dye is forever, like herpes or pregnancy. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of at the point where I don't know if I need to cut it. I'm kind of getting this like mullet. I haven't cut it in over a year now. The last time I cut it was when I got that really short pixie cut and my hair was red for that one show I did with Domestic Dan. And I just don't know what I want to do. I want to have hair that I never ever have to think about ever again, and that's not possible because it grows. I don't know. I don't know. Never before used sentences ever. Jersey knows what's up. I mean, Jersey knows what's up. Some things happen and places change. But a lottery, like, come on. That just seems asinine. I wonder if it's everybody gets one entry or if you can buy more entries, so it just defeats the entire purpose. Fuck yeah, Taco. I hope work's not too terrible. I'm scheduling and I don't need a CT. I'm getting an MRI. Oh my god, I'm so glad you have Medicaid too. When I was in high school, I had to get an MRI. I think I told you guys about this yesterday. I crashed into a tree snowboarding when I was a kid. My arm went through with the tree, so I've had problems with my shoulder my whole life. And it was like, I don't know how much insurance covered of the MRI, but it wasn't a lot. I think it still cost my mom like $1,000 ish out of pocket for me to get an MRI, and all they're like, yeah, it's damaged. Thank you. But back in the day, I don't know if it's still this way. This was when I was in high school. You had to lay in the MRI machine for like 4 hours. It was so long. It was insane. And every once in a while, it would sounded like people were just banging on it with hammers. It was wild. I know. I hated it. It was for someone that can't sit still for more than an hour at a time, it was insane. I don't think they're that long anymore. I don't think. Anybody had a recent MRI? It was horrible. And like there'd be a person talking, there'd be a speaker somewhere in it, and they'd be like, "All right, you're gonna hear the banging again," and then it'd be like 15 minutes of hammers banging, and you can't move. Like you cannot move. You have to hold your breath when they tell you. Vissy, how long was your MRI? Because I was saying when I had one when I was like in high school, it was literally almost 4 hours, and that was for my shoulder, like this part of my body. I've had like 15 MRIs. Oh, this is Eliza. 15 MRIs. They take like 15 to 45 minutes. Depends on the area. Still loud as fuck. It still sounds like hammers are just beating you. It's so weird. It's the strangest thing. I mean, it's a cool machine, but what the fuck? Doesn't take long. Maybe like 15, 30. Wow. I'm glad they don't take that long anymore. It was insane. 30 to 45 because I get contrast. I don't remember if I got contrast. I don't think so. I have to get an MRI 2 times a year, have MS, just brain and neck. It's about 2 to 3 hours. Holy shit. So yours, maybe because mine involved my neck, it was longer. Because it was forever. I mean, my mom even was like, "Did you fall asleep?" And you can't because the banging, and the person will like, "You still doing all right in there?" You got to be like, "Yeah." Because they'll just keep asking if you're doing all right. If you pass out, it's great. I had a great time. You can probably tell I really love standing still. 30 minutes. That's really nice, though. Having your head fixed in that cage is fun. Nope. Nope. Trick is being so loud. Guys, I have to pee so fucking bad right now. Let's take a quick seize break because I'm going to pee out my eyes. But thank you for telling me about your MRIs. I'm always curious. You had to take Valium. They didn't even offer me shit. I was like 16. I was so young. They made me, I remember I walked into the MRI room and it was like 3 man techs and I was like 16 and very shy. And they were like, "Do you have any metal on? Are you wearing a bra with underwire?" And I was like, "Oh my God, did that old man just acknowledge my breasts?" And he was like, "You have to remove the bra." And I had to like sit there and take my bra off under my shirt in front of these old guys. It was the most awkward experience of my life. And then it was 4 hours in this strange box. I hated every minute. I have to pee so bad. So fucking bad. I highly suggest you stand up and stretch your dicks and get some water or do whatever you do. I'll be back in a few. Wash your hands. Thank you for being awesome. I got a piece. My coffee was so fucking... Coffee maker didn't go. It didn't go. It just didn't go. I don't know. So I had to sit there and stare at it and wish it into life. I got coffee though. I'm good. Sorry. I have a Keurig. Sometimes you'll press go and it like makes it sound like it's gonna do it and then does nothing. So I came back from peeing a bucket and it did nothing. Great. I'm not frustrated. You are. How's everyone doing? I peed so much. It was amazing. Thanks for letting me pee. Down with you, music. Dude, I love looking at those clouds, man. It's one of my favorite things. There's so many comedians that have stand-up skits all about people that are annoying that like to look at clouds when they're in the airplane. But if it's not an overnight flight and it's a short flight, I like to look at the clouds. Go fuck yourself. When else do you get to be above clouds? People that don't enjoy little things worry me. Like, what happened to you? Who hurt you? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use a paintbrush to stir my coffee. Don't judge. Pee friends, fuck yeah, dude. Peeing means hydration. One of the biggest things we worry about in the hospital is whether or not you're peeing. I'm telling you, nurses love pee. I mean, they don't love it, but they want to know about it. I mean, that's fucking cute. A copycat or a cat scan? Go fuck yourself. A cat is so cute. Cats are like rubber, I swear. Kittens especially. I mean, Lilith is rubber. Sometimes I try so hard to get pictures of her in the positions she's sleeping, but she knows the second my phone's out somehow. She'll be bent like a Cirque du Soleil performer. She's like a contortionist. It's crazy. Like, she's not made of bones. Sometimes I swear to fuck. I've been drinking loads lately because my mouth's super dry for whatever reason. It's winter. It's dry. I'm dry as fuck too, dude. I drink so much water. It's crazy. I spend my plane flights sleeping if we go. I don't want to be there for it. I wish, Murgle. I can't. I physically am too tall to sleep on airplanes. It's the most miserable experience ever. I wish. I mean, fucking A, dude. If I could, it would be a dream. I can sleep in a car like nobody's business, but airplanes just aren't built for people over 5'5". And you know, I'm over 5'5". Well, it's still fucking winter here. It's cold and I hate it. It's so dry here. My nose is just like crispy. No shit. Cats have a floating collarbone. That's why they can squeeze. I didn't know that. I mean, technically, our collarbone like just sits on top of a bone, but I guess that means it's not floating. You've got like your chromium process thing that pokes out, but I don't think it is connected, is it? Is it connected to our sternum? It's been a really long time since I looked at a skeleton. I broke mine as a kid. I don't think it's... Maybe it is connected to our sternum. Interesting that it's floating. That makes a lot of sense, though, why they're so, like, squishy and floaty and, like, bendy. Window seats are best. Dude, I just don't want to be in the middle. That is the worst. If you're in the middle seat, nobody cares about you. Like, you don't get an armrest. You don't get leg room. You don't get shit. You just get... I mean, I think it's just me, but it doesn't matter what, when, where I sit. The person in front of me will inevitably recline their fucking seat and break my kneecaps every fucking time I'm on a plane. Every time. Oh my God, what is it? Holy fuck, that took me way too many seconds. Stop it. Okay, prepare your eyes. Tell me how long this takes your eyes to figure out, or am I just an idiot? Because this is pretty good. That really fucked my eyes up just now. They're made of fluid, I'm convinced. Oh my God, Kinger just got your medical cannabis recertified. Fuck yes. Cheers to that. It's Escher Cats, exactly. I just wear this human skin suit, so don't freak out the Mondays so the FBI doesn't take me back to Area 51. I mean, it's a good plan. FBI ain't gonna hang out in my channel. What was that? Elmo. Dark side Elmo.
Cheers, my love, and thank you for resubbing to the class, keeping the class alive, giving me things for
75 fucking months.
That's forever. How are you, love?
They're the fluid feel, like, I swear. Have you ever, I'm sure you guys have seen the one of the fluffy cat, like, sitting on a glass table, but it's the shot from underneath, and it's just, like, the two little Pete's folded under, like, the fluffy mass of fluid. They're just fluid. They're amazing. I don't own any cats, but I appreciate them. They're incredible. Right? They're fluid, but also somehow one of the most dangerous things in the world and can slice you open and eat your grandma. It's wild. I don't get it. Cats are magic. Someday I'll have a naked cat. My friend Tara has one, and Vex is a perfect animal. Shall we cheers? It is Fated Friday. We might as well. I'm still smoking the muffins breath. Cat dog, cat cat. Oh my god, I used to love cat dog. That was one of those weird... Was that a Cartoon Network one? I think it was. No, Lizzie. Well, we'll be here if you're ever able to come back. My dog's Bork. It happens. Cheers, everybody. I don't know what I'd name my naked cat. I've never thought about it. I just think they look like a ball sack with teeth, and I love it. I mean, did cats domesticate themselves, or did cats domesticate people? That's a real question. I don't know. Ooh, Bastet would be such a good one. Did you ever play the really old... I think it was literally called just Egypt. But it was like an old builder, and you could place little Bastet statues everywhere. My city was always a Bastet city. Ball sack. Oh my god. I would, though. Don't put it past me. I had a cat named Satan for years. It was Pixie Bob. She was really cool. Excuse me. Pharaoh and Cleopatra, did you know they're coming out with a new one? It's like a modern version of Pharaoh. I am so fucking excited. I saw it and I was like, there's no way. Like, that has to just be a re-release. Nope, it's not. It's a new one. I am so bonered for it. Holy shit. I think that original The Pharaoh, I think that might be the first builder I ever, like, builder management, whatever the fuck you want to call it, game I ever played in my entire life. I have nostalgia. A lot of it. I bought the GOG version and it didn't work. No. Oh. I've had that problem though. I bought a couple older games on GOG that just Zach must have started his stream. How alarming. Go get him. Go on. Go get him. Go tell him what's up. He feels stupid. I get it. All right, enjoy this cat for 1 minute. I don't know. I can yell and make loud noises too. Ah! Anyways, if you can't beat them, join them. Am I right? Hi, Alex. How are you, love? Get out of there. Fucking dogs. I'm telling you, man. Would you like a barking dog? I have 2 for sale. Ooh. Oh, was it not that good? Boo. I really like Fallout games too. I'd love a real, like, have you ever played, there is a good one. It's like a post-apocalyptic builder. It's called, oh fuck, let me look at my Steam. I think it's called The Aftermath or something, but it's pretty decent. I've enjoyed playing it. Just like, it's casual, you know, but I think it goes pretty in depth. Got some neat features that you don't see in a lot of builder, manager, whatevers. Surviving the Aftermath. Yeah. Have you ever played that one, Silverheart? It's a good one. It's one of the best I've found, like, in recent years. It's a newer builder. Hold up. Yes. This one. This guy, Surviving the Aftermath. This one's pretty fun if you like kind of that post-apocalyptic vibe. It's like, you know, there's radiation and shit. And people look very creepy sometimes. It's super fun though. It's not a bad one at all. If you're looking for something in that like vein, you know. Dude, it did the same here too. It got cold like because the wind picked up. It wasn't windy at all this morning. And suddenly everything's just dumped over in my yard. It's great. End Zone was another one. That one was pretty good too, yeah. I like this one better just because it has this feature where like you start with like your little colony, but then you have these two main characters that you can send to the map, like the overall big map, and they can go out and like research science from other communities, pillage, you know, whatever you want them to do. It's kind of got this just a different little feature to it that makes it kind of
You came
fun.
back.
You came back.
I don't think so. Let me look. It's on my wish list. I can find it pretty fast.
Dude, for real though.
Just Jackie.
Motherfuckers. Thank you for subbing to class, keeping the class alive, and giving it innocence wings. Go forth and be consensual and cheers.
Happy Fated Friday, motherfuckers. Let me find this game real quick, otherwise I will forget. I know it's on here though. Pharaoh, New Era. It says coming soon. This is what it is though. If you guys were like, what? This guy. This is the new one coming out, the Pharaoh New Era. It looks like the gameplay and everything looks exactly like the original Pharaoh, but you know, updated and beautiful, and I have such a boner. Cheers, Jackie. Cheers to everyone. Happy Fated Friday. Coming soon. I know that's awfully forward. Like, for how long? Doesn't it look dope? So back in the day, like, you could, as you built, you would put little statues around that could make, it was religion, you know, but it made your community happy. And I would always put Bastet, because she was like the cat goddess, and I'd put her on everything. Right? So this is a new one coming out called Pharaoh New Era. Coming out, it just says, coming soon. Literally, that's it. They have a Discord. Maybe I'll join the Discord. Maybe that'll give me more information. I don't know. I'm very fucking excited regardless. It looks like it's going to be really cool. I mean, it's got to be, right? The original Pharaoh was dope. Where it was in this vein, but everyone says it sucked assholes. They did? Let me look. I don't know. I love any game that's like got a mythology background on it is my jam. Like, I'll eat it up. Nebuchadnezzar, is that how you say it? Neba. Found it. Nebuchadnezzar, oh, it's got really bad reviews. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But it does look a lot like Pharaoh. Excuse me. But no, it doesn't have good reviews. I don't know. Anybody played it? I think Numa Numa's the original internet god. And he said, come! And so they came. Even the dragons. What does it look like when a dragon comes? I don't want to know. For Osiris, dude, I'm a slut for just ancient Greek, Roman / Egyptian, Mediterranean history. What would you say? I like it all. I like to listen to podcasts about it and read about it. It's so fucking interesting. I still truly believe if I had 3 wishes from a genie, one of them would bring back the Library of Alexandria, because what the fuck? Antiquity, that's a really good word for it. Thank you. I love learning about antiquity because it's fascinating. And there's so much, like, you know, we're touched on it. You get little bits and pieces from like Disney movies when you're a kid and shit like that. But the things that we don't know is like about all of these amazing female pharaohs and shit like that. And it's just incredible. It's incredible. It's pretty vast. Yeah, I always go read reviews on games. Like, I go read I go read what people wrote on games, because I feel like if you're going to take the time to do it, I've written, like, I think 5 reviews of all the games I've ever played ever. But if I take the time to write a review, it means I really did put time into the game and thought about it enough. Ancient Near East, Ancient Southwest Asia is what we call it in the academic world. Oh, really? I can't remember if I've ever been taught any way to call the area. I like Moon Knight. Has anybody been watching Moon Knight? Did you see the end of the newest episode? Well, wait. When do the episodes come out on like Wednesdays? So maybe I haven't seen the most recent episode. The most recent episode I saw ended with a hippopotamus. No spoilers? That's not the most recent. Okay, I have not seen the most recent episode. Please don't spoil it. I won't spoil it for anybody. But if you're not watching Moon Knight, it's on Disney Plus. It's pretty entertaining. I like it so far. It's good. And it does, like, it's so far pretty on, like, you know, of course they're not going to be, like, factual to the T Egyptian lore, but they've respected it, I think, pretty well so far. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? They're not, like, fucking bastardizing it yet. Oh, I'm not ready to cry. I'm so ready for that episode, though. It's a good show, and I really like the main actor that for some reason I can never remember his name, even though it's a really, really easy name to remember. He's good. He's from Dune. Help me. I saw that episode last week, too. Dude, what the fuck, right? What a fucking cock tease. They do such a good job. Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac's a great actor. I really, really find him just entertaining. I don't know how else to say it. He has an interesting face. I like to watch his acting, I guess. That's weird. You know what I mean, right? Exactly. It's like two first names. I don't know why I can't remember it. Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac. It sounds like a composer, but for some reason it does not stick. No names do. I don't know why. It's good, right? See, I watched the first 2 episodes and I had no background on the show at all. Like I didn't even know this was like a world in the comic sphere. I was very limited to my comic exposure as a kid. I literally only saw X-Men. Literally only read X-Men comics when I was a kid. So I didn't even know this one existed. So the first 2 episodes I watched it, I was like, I talked to you guys about it. Thank fuck, because you guys are so smart. I was like, for some reason, one of the characters, no spoilers, he annoys the fuck out of me. He's so intentionally weak. And I was comparing it to like every other superhero movie show that's ever come out. You know, is it DC or Marvel? Which one's Avengers? Marvel? Marvel. All of them really. They've constantly got this the trope of, you know, the nerd who's picked on and bullied and suddenly becomes a superhero and like takes over the world and is super badass. And that's very boring. Like, I don't know a timid nerd in my life. Most of the actual, like, if you want to use the word nerd or geeks, I know have anger issues beyond anything you've ever seen in your life. It doesn't make sense to me. And then I told you guys this, and half of chat was like, Katie, didn't you know he has DID? And I was like, if you don't know what that is, dissociative identity disorder, which they are not glorifying, nor are they making that a superpower, just in case anyone's wondering. But he has it. And once I, like, put on those glasses of it, I fell in love. Like, it makes you have, I mean, it just, man, it's amazing what happens when you sympathize with mental disorders or disease or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Incredible, huh? Incredible when you don't just assume everybody sees things exactly the way you do. Like I did. Guilty. Ooh, check out. I don't want to say that wrong. How do you say that name? Zeron J. Zhao. Please tell me if I said that wrong. My friend Penis has taught me some Chinese, so I know a little bit about pronunciation, but I could still totally butcher it, and I don't want to be disrespectful. Is it like is it a podcast or a YouTube? Like, what is this? What am I checking out or looking into? Because I will. I usually, like, after stream or on my day off, I sit here and I paint at my desk and I put on, like, YouTube podcasts and shit and just listen. Is that just a person? Is that a name? See, I'm really stupid. I'm just asking, like, explain like I'm a child. X is pronounced Z. Okay, so it's Z. So it's Z and then with an I. How would you pronounce a Z and then an I? Z or Z-I? Zai? Is it Zyron? Zyran? I know the ZH is zh. I know that's the Zhao. I remember Penis taught me that. It's a YouTube channel. I'm gonna write it down. I love learning about history and stuff like that because I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but feels the way I feel. But I kind of feel like we were kind of what's the word? Wow, I just accidentally closed that screen. We were kind of like sold the short stick, whatever. We drew the short stick when it came to history lessons. At least anyone in my generation, because all I remember is like having the fucking Oregon Trail beat into my infant skull for years and years and years and years. And that was it, like over and over and over. And then we all like independently somehow, it was the kids started learning the real story about Pocahontas, and we were all like, nothing you're teaching us is real, and we don't believe in the Oregon Trail anymore. And then education was like, no child left behind, war on drugs. And that's all I remember because I started doing drugs. I had to find a pen, sorry. Is it not zh? What's the zh? What's the zh? I just don't want to fuck it up. See, I hate assuming or like, acting like I know what I'm doing because it just comes off as super disrespectful to someone who speaks Chinese, and I do not want to be that person. As Poe Dameron, dude, I get it. Poe Dameron? Dameron? Is it Dameron? Another word that I learned by reading. I think they pronounce it differently in both movies too, don't they? No Child Left Behind means no progress made all too often. It's just, that is a well way to put it. A well way to put it. That's well put. I can talk. Nah, dude, you probably know more than I do. I took Russian, which, while proximity should make sense, nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing at all. Like nothing. They made a very fun listen to video on Empress Wu Zetian or Zetian. I don't know how to. I don't want to be fucking stupid. Who is the only empress of China? Oh no shit. Ooh, I love stuff like that. I watch a lot of history channels. I don't even know their names though on YouTube. I just kind of let them like start a playlist and keep going. And I learn a shit ton about like Edwardian England and stuff like that. Stuff that like, where else the fuck would I learn about that shit ever? It's fascinating though. I'm gonna write the name down before I forget. Ooh, this is a fun, weird thing. If anyone here is German, I have a question. You may or may not know. It's totally a strange question. So I fuck around on Ancestry.com a lot because all my family's dead, and a lot of them, like, were Jewish and had to adopt a different persona to escape persecution. Blah blah blah. So if you have ever been on Ancestry.com or if you've ever been into looking up genealogy of your family or any of that shit, there's a lot of like actual documents out there that they have Xeroxes of, like copies of and shit with my ancestors' handwriting on them and weird things like that. And one of them, like, we've been looking at like this one point in time where we're pretty sure that's when our family was like, we're German. And everybody was like, no, you're this name, you're Jewish. And they were like, no, we're not, we're German. Like, they just decided because, they were going to get murdered or whatever. And I was looking at this one. It was a census, a German census, or Prussia is what they called it. We're talking like 1700s. This is really old. This is why I'm like, nobody maybe will know. But it really weird, totally weird connection. If you know Russian and you have learned to write Russian, Russians only pretty much exclusively write in cursive. Like, their language is built to be written in cursive, handwritten. And the way that a cursive G looks was written the exact way that they wrote it on this, like, census from Germany for just my family's line. I don't know. I'm probably being a psycho about it. I'm like my own little detective. But you can like highlight it and go through these documents, and every single one was like, family's German, German, German. But then on my family's line, the G was like that crazy ass, like, cursive fucking whoop-de whoop whoop whoop. Exactly like the Russian letter that's not a G but sounds kind of like a G. Makes like a German sound. And I was like, maybe that's the point. But I don't know. And I thought I'd ask, like, in German, if you write in German and you write cursive German, is a G like a loop shit, like the Russian one? Nah, it looked like I'll just draw it real big on here. Let me get a marker. Show. It looks like a cursive Y with an extra little oop on top of it, almost. I'll show you. Or like a cursive Z almost. In English. One sec. It looks like this shit. Like, it's probably gonna be terrible. Like that. It's got this extra whoop whoop up there. Or I think it actually might have an extra another whoop on it. Kind of like that. And that's how they wrote their capital G for German. But I was just hella curious. It was just different than all the other ones. And me being me, I was like, ooh, it's fun. I'm a detective. I'm not a detective. It's just something I do in my spare time because I can't sleep. But that's, if you know what cursive letter that is in German, it's a weird one. It's one of my favorites to write. It's very whoopty whoopty. You get to do a lot of this shit. You're like, whoopty whoopty whoop whoop whoop. And then you go on. Russian's a beautiful language. If you ever learn how to write it, the cursive is beautiful. There's so many whoopty woos in there. It's very fun. When you learn, if you like calligraphy and shit like that, it's made for calligraphy. Oh, that's a cap. That looks exactly like, or not exactly, but that's really similar to like the American G. And this one had like an extra whoop whoop on it. And what we think is like my family's been doing our tree forever because we changed up so much. Our family just decided to adopt new, like for instance, when my grandma came over from Ireland, her last name, my grandma's mother's last name, so all my aunts and uncles, great aunts and uncles, their last name was Hines, Hynes. But when they moved over here, apparently there were so many Irish people with the last name Hines that my great grandma couldn't get her own mail like ever. So she just changed her name to Hines, like out of fucking nowhere, just decided that's what it was. And my family did that a lot. I don't know if other families did that, but can we stop? It's so fucking confusing. I have a lot of that shit in my family. Especially because a lot of my family came from Eastern Europe and German, where I'm sure they said their name, and then the people at Ellis Island were like, yeah, your name's Phrase now. When, what the fuck is Phrase? Nobody knows. Yeah, it's like that whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop with shit. It's a fun letter. I love writing in cursive. I mean, cursive's really pretty. I've always appreciated, like, my Nana had phenomenal handwriting. Holy fuck. She was raised by nuns. To be fair, she was raised by, like, you know, the Catholic mean nuns. So they probably like forced her to learn this handwriting, but her handwriting looked like a font. I mean, it looked like a font off a computer. It was so goddamn pretty. I'm jealous. I was very jelly of her beautiful handwriting, is what I'm saying. Right, sales, and it could have been that too. I have no idea. It just, I mean, honestly, if I hadn't have gone to school to learn Russian as a language, never would that ever have stuck out to me in a million years. Maybe, probably. It just, I was like, oh, that's different. But we're always trying to figure out where the changeover happened because obviously our family didn't want anyone to know. So they hid it very fucking well, which is very fucking annoying. I know quite a few people who abandoned their Arabic names post 9/11 because, oh my god, dude. No shit, though, especially if you lived on the East Coast anywhere, man. My kids can't read my parents' cursive. It makes me laugh. Isn't that weird? They don't teach cursive. How do kids sign their signature? Do people have a signature anymore? Walloons. Ooh, what is that? Is that like a wallaby and a balloon combined? Can you fly? And why have you been keeping that a secret? I was taught handwriting, and I'm not that old. I'm 34, man. I know that's like Twitch old, but I totally remember having those sheets, and like it would have the letter you're learning, and then it would have a couple of it with like in dotted lines that you could trace, and then you just had to write that one letter over and 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 over. Oh fuck yeah, dude! I learned cursive and shit. I never had a typing class like ever. Those weren't even available for us. My junior year of high school, we finally got a computer lab. It was like a grant from fucking Bill Gates because our school was so poor. But we got a yearbook class, and I took that, and that was like kind of where I learned a little bit about a computer. And we did have to like type fast. They would like clock our typing or some shit. It was weird. Isn't it? Do you think it's beautiful? I think cursive Cyrillic is so beautiful. There's so many more lipalipalulus. Also, everything connects better. And they pick up their pencil when it makes sense. Instead of just connecting shit for the sake of connecting. Like in American, like in English cursive, a lowercase k, for instance, looks like a dumb little sad R or a B that lost its ass or something. Like it just doesn't make sense. Or an X or something. Whereas in the Cyrillic cursive, you just fucking pick up your pencil and make a cross and make it look like an actual K. Because it doesn't take any more effort. Like just fucking do it. I dig it. No shit, Reese? Well, you were kind of like in a way, I mean, a more developed area than me. Maybe that was why. I definitely grew up in the sticks. I lived outside of DC during 9/11. My best friend was Persian. He was deployed, and I checked in on his family tree to see if they had any problems. Was he okay? I hope so. Oh, signed digitally? But I mean, what do you mean signed digitally? Like, you don't sign anything? You just, like, type your name and be like, yeah, that was signed. Is that literally how... I'm asking. I don't know. It's like how the American Asians just get themselves an English name because some white Americans is being white Oh, is it like a racism towards the name? I've heard, like, I've known people, or I've not known people. I watched a... Oh, I want to say it was who we last week tonight with John Oliver, I think. But people were talking about how sometimes they'll use their middle name because their first name sounds too black and they will not get an interview. And it was legit. Like they then interviewed some people, you know how John Oliver does it. They somehow get footage of people who actually go through applications, and certain names they would just throw away because they wouldn't say it sounded black, but it was just fucking terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it's just systemic racism in America. Wow, what? Amazing. Excuse me. Dude, Mergs, that's kind of cool, though. It means, like, nobody can copy it. Compared to the cursive Cyrillic D, right? Exactly. I like them. I'm trying to think of... I don't think I have a fave. I mean, I love that. The one that looks like a cursive Z. It's like, oh, the one I literally drew. Loop, 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 loop. That's one of my favorites. I love the loopies. Name your kids white names. Duh.
I don't know, Myron. Talk about it until someone important with money can do something. I don't fucking know. Stop judging people based on whether or not their name, in your opinion, sounds black. What the fuck does that even mean? What even does that mean? I don't know. Hail Satan.
I don't know. I really have no idea. I honestly, Myron, I think the more people talk about it openly, without, unapologetically talk about it, the more people that talk about it, the more attention brings to it, the more likelihood of anything being done, honestly. Because in our country, at least, money, of which I don't have, is the way things get done. So the only thing I can do is scream and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about it. I don't know. If you you don't matter, basically, in America. Oh, fuck, you're right. You're right. Fox did say we, like, solved racism in the 60s, right? Like, that doesn't exist anymore or some shit? No, you're right. Why? I wonder if this is placed in the 60s.
The lifestyle, I feel like, that goes with Section 8 is usually working single moms or people who are struggling to keep their heads above water. And it's not, I feel so bad saying that, but it's not, it's just not people who are, I guess, of the same classes us, which sounds bad, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
Do you think that you maybe are stereotyping the folks?
Oh,
that
I
you
totally am, 100%. It's not,
In the
it
internal
works both ways.
conflicts.
I'm definitely not a racist and I'm not bigot, but I think I hold a little bit of a stigma against people who are different.
Okay, some quick.
Everything hurts. White people. Sorry. Sometimes I just vomit because I get grossed the fuck out. What the fuck, though? What the fuck, though? What happens in one's life to suddenly make one feel superior to others? I don't know. And I know I'm the complete opposite because that's me and I can't judge. I apologize for breathing in the same room as others. Whereas that also is there. It is. It's insecurity and fear. And the sad thing is, like, who taught that? Oh, sorry. I get grossed out. I'm gonna smoke pot, not to her. Yeah, exactly, Elder. Like, if you ever find yourself needing to say out loud, or just saying out loud, I'm not a racist or a bigot, but if it smells like shit and it tastes like shit and it came out of an anus, it's either a dirty dildo or it's shit. I mean, that's like the definition of systemic though, right, Myron? Like that's what we mean when we say systemic is that it's not like a class where they're like, and now this is how you're racist. It's systemic in that it's literally built into every single thing we learn ever. Like ever. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what I mean when I say systemic. Like it's not like there's a class on racism. It's just racism is built into everything that is American. Everything has it in it somewhere. Like it's based on it or something. Based on being like maybe not the prime word, but you know what I mean. Xenophobia is fucking weird. Like it's I knew kids like that when I was younger and I was like I always assumed they were an only child, and this is no offense to only children, but when I was really little, having 8 siblings, like, sharing is not something you learn, it's just a way of life, and then you have a friend who's an only child, and you're like, "What happened to that one?" They act like that, but on a way worse level, and that they're that way when they're little. So it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't have an answer for it. I don't know. I don't know. The system is built to work that way, like it always have, like it always will. I know, and it's like, how do we drive what's that the wedge thing you use to like split wood? Not the axe, but the wedge. We need to like drive one of those in the middle of it, and I rack my brain about it. And I think the problem is I can't wrap my head around the other side. Maybe that's the problem. Like I just can't. That woman, I just cannot wrap my head around it to like speak that language to reach that person. Does that make sense? Yeah, is it called a wedge? Yeah, we need that fucking steel ass wedge just like Oh, cheers, Lizzie. Let's cheers to not that racist piece of shit. Let's cheers to love is love. People are people. Stop it. And stop denying that racism isn't systemic and that it's not up in the north or whatever the fuck. I can't with that. We don't really have racism in this part of the country.
Shut up!
Cheers to not that. Honestly, Noble, I mean, they've kind of proven that. There's a lot of psychology journals that have come out in the past like 10-ish years where they're kind of coming to a conclusion, you know, like a solid theory, because science is everything's a theory, that the core personality of who you are, you're born with. Your environment and everything mold with that and, like, you know, turn that and shape that and whatever. But you are born with a core, like, temperament, I guess, in your brain that will always be there. It can change, but it's like, you know, really, really fucking psychological damage has to happen to change that core part of you. And I think that's that part that makes, you know, some people kind of like dangerously neurotic naturally. I don't know. Which person's a bad person? I don't remember. I don't believe in good and bad. I think it's too subjective to call, like, I can't judge whether someone's good or bad, and I don't think anyone really can judge good or bad. I think people make bad decisions and bad choices. Reprogram the machine, change the cogs, rearrange it, dude. Start over from ground one. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't grind a certain part of the cogs because they're different. Dude, I mean, I feel that. Like, I hate to say it because I'm not ageist. Like, I don't believe age really dictates anything. However, our government, the American government, is geriatric. And they, like, at a certain point, you wonder, like, if they're trying to somehow bring back or maintain a world that existed when they were 16 that doesn't exist. It's not real anymore. And it feels like, I don't know for a fact if any of this is like how it actually happens, but it feels like to me from the outside in, like it's like a sports match to them. It's just like which team can win. So they refuse to retire because they're like, well, we might not win. But it has nothing to do with like the actual content of the like the subject matter. Does that make sense? I'm trying to load a bowl and like it just becomes, and that's what I mean, Myron. Like, I don't think the people that are old in government are terrible because they're old, but I think they stay there forever because it's like, well, we might not win. I got to be here to help us win. Like, their team must win. Like, that's all it is. It's not about the content or any of that shit at all. Really. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because I know a lot of people who are just as, I mean, look, Bernie Sanders is just up there with all the other crazy nuts, and he seems to have some great ideas. Age can definitely be a part of the issue, absolutely. I just don't think it's like the core issue. Like, a lot of people like to focus on that. Like, oh, if we just got young people in, and it's like, there's a lot of fucking stupid young people everywhere. Like, stop it. Shall we cheers? A loaded bowl. My last cheers was very sad. It's also about maintaining a system that benefits them and their future generations that have been raised on similar values. Yeah, and like maintaining their old money. It's not age. No, 100%. I just think, you know, age is inevitable. We all age. So if you stay in a job literally forever, eventually you will be fucking old as fuck in that job. And they just all have. Because I don't know why, but like we have so many positions in our government that are like forever positions. I don't know why that was ever a good idea or what happened. Dude, Myron, I think it's important to do stuff like this. It's good. It's good. It works all of our brain muscles. It gets our cogs. We have to think about this shit because it's fucking everywhere, in everything, ever, all the time. That's it. 3-year-olds run from me like I'm a monster. Really, though? You've had a 3-year-old run from you? I've had 3-year-olds run from me, too. I thought it was the hair. Or the fact that I growled. Just kidding. You've heard me talk about that, Myron. Like, no, babies are not born racist. However, babies, the first couple years of a baby's life are quite, what's the word? Like, pertinent. Those are the sponge years. Like, it doesn't matter what you try to teach them. They learn everything ever that they are exposed to, you know? And the fact that people either teach hate and or express racial bigoted hate in front of babies makes me want to kind of just dig myself a hole and stay in it forever. Formative. Yeah, that's a really good word for it. The formative years. Yeah. Yeah, impressionable. That's another really good word for it. Yeah, they're like the years, like up in those years from like 0 to 3, everything in your environment molds who you are. Like, you can't help it. They're like little amoebas. And for a 3-year-old to fear a different skin color, like, imagine what that 3-year-old's environment has been up to that point to cause that fear or what hate or whatever the 3-year-olds, you know, how the fuck do I gauge what a 3-year-old's feeling? I don't know. I don't have kids. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty fucking crazy. Myron, I don't doubt that. At all. Right, Murgle? Like, sometimes I wonder if a lot of the, like, age doesn't mean life experience. I think we can all agree on that. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 90 and have, like, I think my Nana never had seen her own vagina before, and she lived till she was 89. That's crazy to me. Age doesn't mean knowledge or anything like that. But, like, I agree. Like, it feels like a lot of these people just have zero actual life experience at all. Which is bizarre. Like, how do you live in such a bubble? Myron, I cannot, I'm honest to fuck, don't think I can ever fathom what you feel like as a most, like, white human. I can't. I want to, and I hella want to, like, be there, but I don't, like, that's literally, like, the fucking disease of white privilege. I'm gonna smoke myself stupid now. Cheers. I will say the very, very expensive, like, first grow weed is insanely smooth. Like, I literally almost roasted half my bowl. Not a cough. That's some smooth fucking pot. One cough. But that's probably just because I'm mucusy because I have really fucking bad allergies. It is good for that. So maybe if you cough to death, it might be worth it. But I don't really know if it's the bud that makes you cough or it's the heat. Really, I really don't know. My best experiences? Oh my God. The best experience. By best, you mean like a good story, like a happy ending story? Problem with happy ending stories is because I worked in an ICU, I don't often see the happy ending. Like, you know, in a hospital, you go from ICU to PCU to floors, and then you get discharged. So when I see people, they're usually like, ah, you know? But I can come up with one if you give me a few minutes. I've definitely seen happy stories. I'll come up with one. It's just not the most often, you know what I'm saying? But give me a few minutes. I will. And I've been together 27 years, and she learns more every day. And I think that's important to do for our entire lives. I think a big problem with society is we're kind of led to believe, you go to school, you go to college, and then learning's done. You are who you are. You get married, have kids, white picket fence, and you're done and you're happy. And like, I think, Myron, I've told you this before. There was this really weird moment towards the end of my Nana's life. She hadn't lost it yet. She was still with it. And we were just chilling in her living room watching TV. And she looked at me and she was like, you know what? It's weird, but the world, it's almost like it doesn't matter how hard I try. I can't make sense of it anymore. And she was 89 at the point. And I was just like, I don't want that. And my Nana was with it. Like, she watched the fucking news every day. She was always trying to keep her brain going. She didn't really lose her mind until like a couple months before she died, just because she was dying. But I honestly think learning shouldn't ever end. And that's why I try to, this is just personal. I try not to use the word belief, because beliefs feels so finite. When people go, well, this is what I believe. To me, that's you saying, I'm not open to anything else and this conversation is done. So I give up. I'm like, I think I have an idea. I have a theory. Like, there's theories of it. Even science, like, we don't really have, even in science, we may have things we call fact because we cannot prove anything else around them. But in years when science evolves, we might prove something new that's a new fact that disproves an old fact. Like, you never know. Science is amazing and fluid like that. Let me think. A good story. I worked in a surgical unit. Literally, it's so weird when I try to think of stories. Literally, what I do in my mind is I like simulate in my head walking around my unit, looking in each patient room, and just thinking of all the patients I've had in that specific room, and if any of them stand out. That's what I'm doing in my head, is walking around the unit, going, "Did anything happen in that one?" A good story, obviously. Again, as a respiratory therapist, if I'm in your room, you're probably not doing well. So it's not usually a happy thing, but there are things that happen that are super happy. They happen all the time. I just have to think of one. I've made it a habit to learn new things, even if it's just for friends. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out. Dude, I think it's important. It's fun to learn from like a friend or just listening to someone talk about stuff if they're hella passionate about it. Even if I don't give a fuck about it, or originally I didn't give a fuck about it, like fly fishing or something like that, making flies for fly fishing, something like that. If someone is dumb passionate about it, why? And gets super excited, I will sit and learn about it. Why are we barking today? Can you just go to your dad so you can stop? Go. They're just barking at Zach. Like, that's it. Hi. Why are you like this? You know he's there. All day. I believe I can always be wrong. Fuck off. Okay, touche there, sir. I believe I can always be wrong as well. I welcome it. I never want to be surrounded by an echo chamber. Hi, Koto. How are you, love? I think an echo chamber is really dangerous to personal growth. And that's how a cult is made. Oh my God. I learned recently about a very recent in time Colorado cult where a woman thought she was like a god, but also like Pele, the fire goddess of Hawaii, and so on and so forth. And when she died, they didn't report it. They just covered her corpse in Christmas lights and glitter glue and kept it. So there's that. Oh, she was white, by the way, if anyone's just wondering, since we're on the topic of that. Why? You're so reactive today to everything, bro. There's a speck of dust on my microphone? Oh my God, there is. I see it. Bitch, you're right. I gotta get tweezers. Hold up. It's really stuck. There's paint on my tweezers. Let's not double up, Katie. No, dude, I appreciate it. I can't stand, like, Lilith will jump on my lap. She'll rub her head on my mic, and dog hair will stick to my mic, and it drives me nuts. I can't with it. I think I got it. Boom. There's like a little, it looks like something stuck, like it was glue or something stuck to my mic. There's like a chunk missing. look, that looks better. They literally kind of made her into an effigy. They didn't think she was dead. They like said she was ascended or some shit. It was weird. It was basically like kind of a weird anorexia cult. She believed that alcohol and ivermectin were healing her cancer or something. I don't know. It was very dangerous, weird mind shit. But it was in Colorado. Oh, the Ascension. It was ascended in. Weren't they called like? Oh my God! Was Ascension in the title of their cult? I can't remember the name of the cult now. Jesus. Welcome back, Sammy. The caucasity. Oh my God. People should be using that. That's fantastic. The audacity, the caucasity. That's beautiful. Trick's just curled up on my lap now. Are you scared of something? It's probably because the wind is hella bad outside. Hawaii's wondrous. It is a very, very, very beautiful place if you're respectful of the land and whatnot and don't act like a stupid tourist, which I doubt you would. I'm not implying in any way. I've been once, and it's easily one of the best, my favorite places I've ever been in my entire life, simply because of how fucking quiet it is. Like, holy shit. Peace. True peace. Like, even the people walking around are not loud. It's just nice. For someone who's like me, who's a little anxious, it is some peaceful shit, man. Trick's on. I don't know. You probably can't see him. Trick's just chilling here, letting me pet his face. The Lion, the Witch, and the Audacity of this bitch. Speaking of, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a fucking idiot. If anybody got to watch any clips from her court thing, wow. Wow. What a sad creature. You got something in your hair. I feel it. I feel something in his ear hair. Sorry, I must. Oh, okay. You're going to go away now? You see a little fuck. He's so cute. That's my poodle. Holy shit. You watched the whole thing? I didn't even do that, dude. That's incredible. I couldn't. I saw the highlights. I saw all the highlights of them being like, did you do this? No, I didn't do that. Please pull evidence this. Oh, I did do that. Did you do this? No, I didn't do that. Please pull evidence number. Oh, I did do that. It was basically that like 20 times. Anything in it that, oh my God, Nameless, what up, love? How are you? Shall we cheers? I think we need to take a break real quick because my dogs, I think they want to go potty real fast. That's usually what's up when they're just like sitting here giving me their face. Hi, Meebo. Thank you for the biddies. How are you, love? Oh, I mean, I had to watch it because they really made her look as dumb as she is. I mean, they did a very good job. It was incredible. Jackie, I'm gonna cheers when I come back from break, so I will spiritually be post-cheersing you. When you're done coughing, I will be. She's I mean, I can't think of a word for that. Her and the one that's what's the other one? Bobert, the Colorado one. I kind of have to pay attention because, like, as great as Colorado is, we've got a nice population of fucking nut. And I live here. So I like to stay mildly aware, like not obsessively because I don't like them, but just aware enough to be like, I know how I'm voting. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Meebo. Wait, what does it say? It's like instead of an emote, it's like it says GIF RFG. It says GIF RFG in a box. Is that what everybody else sees in chat instead of an emote? What the fuck? I've never seen that before. That's so weird. Usually it just says the word, like the word title, because I was going to go type it. But it's quite literally like, it looked like Wingdings. It's a Wingding font. What the fuck? That's super weird. All right, quick break. I'm just going to put my dogs outside so they can piss really fast. I'll BRB. Stand up, stretch your dicks, get some circulation in your bodies, get some coffee, load a bowl. Do what you need. And I'll be back in a few. That racist woman was still up on my monitor, so now I'm just like angry again. I'll be right back. It is a windy fucking bitch outside. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto. You can't see a dog. Oh, you can see Trick's ass. Welcome back. Holy fuck, it's cold. I think Trick almost got blown over while he was taking a pee. It was pretty fucking funny to watch, though. I'd rather someone else blow my hole. I'm too lazy. I don't think I could blow my own hole. I'm pretty flexible, but I'm not that flexible. I don't think I can reach my asshole with my face. Is it bad that I want to drive 4 hours to Micro Center? Not at all. Is it a good Micro Center? I used to drive about 3 hours to go to Fry's. If not more, if there was bad traffic, it was way more. Hails to the yeah. I don't see the problem. Sounds like a fun drive. Is it a pretty drive? Do you have good music? I like car trips, though. If I have good music, dude, I can just belt for hours. I mean, would you get there before it was closed? I don't know how late Micro Center stays open usually. Anymore. Cannonball Jason, welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. My name's ClassyKatie. It's fucktabulous to meet you. Taking a breath with you, Trish, my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh fuck, do it tomorrow. Yeah. I thought you were doing it tonight. I was strongly factoring in how late it is. Dude, a day trip? Make a day trip of it. Is there anything you can stop and see on the way, or like some good fucking food you don't have locally? I'd always like see if I could hit up something along the way if it's that long, but that's just me. I like drives. Hi, Mel. How are you, love? Yeah, it is gerrymandering. Yeah, I was trying to catch up. We can go through the anatomy of how the system became progressively more corrupt, but between gerrymandering, the laws, campaign contributions, elected positions, wow, I can't read, that should be not be subject to corruption of democracy. I mean, should. And that's the crazy thing. Like, there are multiple human beings in the world that have, I mean, exponentially more money than our country is in debt. So really, we can't do anything that those people disagree with because they could just buy the government. Like, they could just buy the country. I mean, fucking, I can't remember if it was Bezos or Elon Musk. One of those guys has more money than, like, the country of Greece. It's kind of wild. Dude, Micro Center's dope. I honestly, like, Fry's was, like, impressive because it was huge and they always had some weird theme. But Micro Center's better because it's kind of like they, like, merged a little bit of Radio Shack in there. And I know everyone makes fun of Radio Shack, but sometimes you need those little pieces that don't make any sense, like little fuses and shit, and they actually have them. I always really like that. And they usually have better prices. Fry's always jack the price up for their fries. I guess that makes them special. They're going out of business, which makes them not special anymore, I don't think. I know. Radio Shack was amazing. Are they like gone now? Like forever? Because for a while they were kind of disappearing, but every once in a while you'd see one. I dated an engineer when I was in college, so we used to go all the time. He used to go buy little pieces and shit. But I don't think we had a Micro Center on the West Coast. We only had Fry's, and we were in Bellingham. I lived in Bellingham, and the only Fry's was down in Auburn or something. Someone will say it in chat and correct me. I can't remember what the city is. It's South Seattle somewhere. It was a lot. I mean, it was literally like a 3-hour drive both ways. It was wild, but it was worth it because it was the only place you could go to find like real computer parts. The Source now? Is it literally that like a new name? Crispy says there's 2 in the Atlanta area. Both are north of the city though. Oh, are they like within the same area? I haven't spent enough time in Atlanta. I've only been there a couple times. Beautiful city though. I've heard they have amazing strippers. Oh my god, look. He's burying his bone. This is why my couch gets fucked up every fucking day. He buries shit. Have you ever had a dog that legitimately will bury things? That's what he's doing right now, is burying it under the bear. He's pushing it. He'll like pounce on it with his paws. It's so cute. Why don't you just eat it, though? So funny. Oh, dogs. They're so... Lil just peacefully eating hers trick. Nah, I'm saving this dick for later. Minty, thank you for the resub. What up, love? How are you? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. Whatever. You know what's up. Continue being your consensual badass self. How are you? How are you doing? Guys, I kind of want to show you a game Zoe got me. I tried a little bit of it, and it's fucking fun. And cute. Have any of you heard of, Have a Nice Death? I think it's called Have a Nice Death. Hold on. There's a lot of death games out there these days. Yeah, Have a Nice Death. Has anybody played that? Or seen it? By the way. You haven't died? I mean, good. I think. I guess that's preference. Stomach flus are the worst, dude. The last time I had it was food poisoning in Germany, and I don't ever want to experience that ever again in my entire fucking life. Like, no. I don't want that again. That was so... I'm so sorry if you have stomach flu or anything. Anything that makes you, you know, spew out any orifice that shouldn't spew. Holy fuck. That's a bad time. Nobody deserves it. But I guess it's your body, like, cleansing you, right? It sucks. Our bodies are volatile as fuck. It's really called The Source. Interesting. I wonder why they rebranded their name. Does it make them get more business? What are they the source for? Remote control cars. Oh my god, he's destroyed the couch. Look. Do you see the bone in the crack of the couch? He's just fucking wrecked it. Just that. For that. What are you gonna do now, bud? Yeah. Everything that was covering it, you fucked. What now? The problem solving in his head right now is I just have to watch. All right. Guess we're not going to problem solve that one. We're just going to leave the bone in the crack, and that's it. That's the end of life. Sick. I'm having a great time. He did nothing. My body is a haunted house. It has a skeleton, a ghost, blood, and shit everywhere. That's a perforated colon. You might want to go to the doctor for that one. There are places you don't want shit. Some babies poop before they're born and just sit and breathe their own shit for a while. That's always a fun one. We call them a Mac baby because the poop is called meconium for some fucking... I don't know why it's called meconium, to be honest with you. It's called meconium. My ex-wife was a perforated colon. She get that shit cut out. Good. My body is a temple, ancient, crumbling, full of bones, and most definitely haunted. Word on that one. I want that as my epitaph. Although I do have some, like, I don't know if they're metal or not, but I've got pins in my chin. So I've got some extra pieces, I guess y'all could say. All right, I'm going to show you a really cool game. It's super cute, and you're going to like it. Come hither. Shut up. The wind is blowing so viciously outside. It's making, like, my screen door rattle. That's what they're barking at. Bud. Sure. You know this. Also, you know, if I disappear or Zach disappears, it's because the wind is blowing so violently outside. It's wild. You're gonna like it. You didn't have to agree. I'm reading the future. No, for real, you'll like it. It's super cute. It's cute, but also fun. If you like games like Hades, like that, kind of roguelite where, you know, you die, go back to your home base, reload up, go out. It's a game similar to that. I played a little bit of it last night. Or no, the night before last night. I passed out last night. No, it's called Have a Nice Death. And you play as like a baby reaper. It's pretty fucking cute, but there's a little story beforehand, and I didn't watch it because I kind of wanted to watch it with you guys. Pyro, I love you, boo. Be safe. We will be here if you want to hang out later or whatever, but, you know, wash your hands, don't let strangers touch you, all the things. It's hella cute. You'll like it. I mean, I played a little bit of it, and immediately I was like, oh, this is addicting. Like, this is going to be my new Hades. This is going to be... It doesn't have a Hades theme. It doesn't have the Greek theme, but let me just show you. I don't want to spoil it. It's really cute. It's brand new. Zoe bought it for me like a couple weeks ago. Boosh. There's a hair on my nose. Hold up. Can feel it. I think they get stuck to my nose ring. Hush your face. Dog hair. Did it happen? Nobody knows. They need to get groomed, these fuckers. Ugh. I didn't see a dog hair, but what do you do? Have a nice death. Let's do this. Penis, penis, penis. Vagina, vagina, vagina. And everything in between. Oh, so the feeding of the spiders. So I know we were going to feed spiders today. I'm going to postpone it till tomorrow because like 10 of them literally just molted. And so they won't eat. Actually, it's really dangerous to feed them right now. I don't know if you were around yesterday when I was talking about it, but right after they molt, they're like we literally, in the tarantula community, we call them gummy bears because they are like blue and see-through. You can see their like blue lymph and they're gummy bears. And even a cricket could cut them and kill them. It's really sad and scary. And like 10 of them molted overnight. So I want to give it an extra day just to give them time. But the cool thing is, because they just molted, they're going to be fucking hungry. Like, we're going to get a guarantee. At least 20 of them will guarantee go down on the food pretty violently. So that'll be fun. I hope. Yeah, they're just, it's like one of the general things, if you're interested in keeping tarantulas, if your tarantula is in pre-molt, i.e. it won't take food, like if you throw a cricket in and in overnight it does not eat the cricket, you want to get it out because that usually means your tarantula's in pre-molt, which means your tarantula's feeling icky because it knows it needs to molt, and in the next couple days or weeks it's gonna molt. And if you leave that cricket in there and your tarantula molts and it comes out a gummy bear, that cricket could bite the tarantula and kill it, literally. Like, they're so delicate and fragile at that moment, and it would just be kind of lame. I don't have enough that would eat for you, but tomorrow we have at least 10 that will fucking be very hungry, and I'm very excited. And like those hornworm things are really, really good food for post molt because not only are they starving, they're really thirsty, and those are like just a chunk of water and goo. They're pretty gnarly. They pop like a balloon. It's pretty wild. Dude, but did you have to roll over on your back and squeeze your fat ass out of your old, hard, skinnier ass? Because they did. Maybe you need a molt. I love gummy worms. I don't know why people call those gummy worms or whatever we call them. Yeah, just gummy worms. They're called hornworms. They turn into a moth. I can't remember the moth. Hawk moth. They turn into a hawk moth. But to buy them, you have to sign like a little release form saying you will not release them outside because in Colorado, I guess moths are invasive, like insane. Banana, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they like hella invasive here? Moths just like in general are an invasive thing. Like we have a moth season. It's wild. And so they don't want you to let them out at all. So I make sure they die. They're food though. Food chain. What do you do? Some days pants feel like that. I feel like that some days. I mean, that's why I love stretchy. Oh my God, me too. Oh my God, Banana, I'm so glad. So, not even shitting you, the first year I moved here, we have like one of those little sheds, you know, it's like a whatever, 10 by 10 shed just for garden stuff. And I opened it last spring and I did not know about the mothness here because I'm new. And it was like out of a horror movie. I swear to fuck, at least a pound of moths just fell on me out of the shed and then fluttered away into the nothing sphere. And I just stood there like, is this how I die? And I told Scott about it, and Scott's like, oh, yeah, we have a moth problem in this state. The fuck? Never. I've never lived anywhere with a moth. Like, how are moths a problem? Little did I know, the moth caterpillars, like, decimate crops. That's the problem. So that's why they don't want you letting anything loose, like, anything that's not native, because it's the larva will just, like, fuck, literally wipe out an entire farm. Acres. It's wild. I don't even know what the moth is here. Like, is it one specific moth that's taken over that does that? Or is it a lot? I have no idea. Anyways, I changed category. That's what I was doing. You're going to like this game. It's super cute. It's frustrating as fuck, but it's cute. I only played a little bit. I want to make sure it works, though. Hold up. I don't hear anything. Holy dick farts. I'm sorry if everyone else's ears are bleeding. I don't know where I am anymore. Wow, that was so horrible. I don't know why that happened. I'm so sorry. That was terrible. Wow, that was loud. I apologize sincerely. They also like to try and live in a space between my storm door and front door. Ew. I keep hearing mods instead of moths. Oh my God. Well, I mean, if I kept you guys in the shed, you might fall out on me. But you guys all combined have to weigh at least more than a pound. I feed you more than that. Moths. I've lived too many places. I firmly believe I don't have an accent of any kind. I just don't know how to talk anymore. Grump, it's really cute. However, I do have a strong feeling, like, if you liked Hades or games similar to that, like roguelites, it's very addictive. So if you don't have room in your life for an addictive game right now, wait. Sales, have you not... Guys, I'm gonna be right back. Just kidding. There might be someone starving in my shed, maybe. Mothra is there. Is among us. Okay, hold up. All right. I wanted to make sure we were getting the right resolution before I put it on stream, because sometimes stream like will just not even pick up the video if you guys know. It wants the resolution to match. Okay, please see it. Oh, I have such a boner right now. Sick. Oh my God. Did I do something terrible? Fuck. Holy dick farts. Imagine if your dick farted, though. Holy shit, I really did have a stroke. Look at my eye go. That's, is that... Holy fuck, that was bad. With the eye on my chair behind me, everything is creepier, isn't it? Or is that just me? Sorry if everyone else's ears are bleeding. I don't know where I am anymore. That was a terrible time. Nobody likes abrupt, loud noises.